Welcome back to Tremahia.
Woo! Welcome.
Yeah. All right. So the drink of the night is called Rumble in the Jungle Juice.
Yeah.
And it harkens back to the days of college years when you imbibed on a weird
everything.
concoction.
Did you just really make punch punch? Is that what it is?
I'm about to try it.
Now you can.
Oh, it's a roofie. Oh, it's a frat house. Okay, great.
This is a strong one.
Yeah.
So if we'll have the recipe at some point online.
Yes, you shall.
All right.
If you have something in your liquor cabinet, it goes in.
Can I try?
Caution.
But you can make it as strong as you want.
Just don't have an open flame next to this drink.
Just
Yeah.
or next to the person drinking it.
It
Yeah.
smells delicious.
It smells great. It tastes great too. All right, guys. Our returning sponsor is Matt's by Mars.
That's by Mars.
And you can find them on Twitter and Instagram at Matt's by Mars. You can go to mattsbymars.com for a 10% discount by entering code at checkout Triangle Table. I'm not sure if it's all caps, but probably good to put all caps in there. Yeah, you get 10% off, so that's awesome. Tonight, the giveaway is the Damascus D6.
Damascus!
Dun, dun, dun.
Dude, you like that shit?
I'm gonna,
Yeah,
I don't think you can. Yeah, I mean, I have pictures online, so check out either my Twitter at GuildofLocksmith or the at Tremahia account, and I will have better pictures and little videos and whatnot of the dice. So I'm gonna pass that around. Just so,
gorgeous.
just to kind of give it a little bit of the magic of rub.
Ooh, you can see all of the striations in the steel texture. It's magnificent and beautiful and quite a majestic shade of gray.
It's my size.
It's also tiny.
Yep.
Just that voice, like following the, just like the timbre. It's like it's mine.
Say something in character too.
It is actually a very
This
cute little dice.
just like actually it's still going on technically. WonderCon this past weekend.
Yeah.
A few of us were there. We had a lot of fun. So thanks for those who came out and said hi and whatnot. Let's see, Twitch Prime. You guys get, if you guys have Amazon Prime, you have the ability to unlock Twitch Prime.
What?
And by doing that, you get one free subscription to any channel of your choice.
Well, no, it's actually you only get a free subscription to this show. Sorry,
Well,
can't use it
sorry.
anywhere else.
Man.
Have to use it here.
Someone had to pull the well, actually. This is cool. It looks like a warped chessboard.
Anyway, sorry.
Salvador Dali.
Yes.
Yeah, Salvador Dali dice.
So there are rules for the giveaway. So be sure to, like I said, one of our admins and whatnot will go ahead and feed that out to you as normal. Let's see
It's a very ominous tone for.
well,
I feel like we're all about to die.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
the wiki has been updated. This
Again?
past, yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
Cody's on top
Yeah,
of
Cody-
things.
Cody,
on
thank
top.
you
Cody
again, bro.
rocks.
God!
Yeah.
Go to the bottom for Empress.
If you want to help out, if you want to go ahead and
Help Cody.
help Cody. I've been kind of like
Hashtag
feeding
help
a
Cody.
little bit into the stuff, just kind of like correcting stuff. You know?
versus the world.
So you can help out. You can go to the wiki, which will be linked through the Twitter. I mean, our chat right now. So hopefully we have that ready. Yeah, Lydia. Yeah. The link to wiki. All right. Can you go ahead and throw that up, please? And let's see. Oh, notice the shirt I'm wearing. This is not the finalized version of the shirt that we're gonna have. This was the previous run, but we're gonna have them open up again for a whole new run. Different styles, different edited versions, family-friendly versions. Some that are really vague, just the hashtag DFMG because.
Lift up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well,
Boom,
there we go.
there it is. Check it out, guys. Spinny dice.
It's pretty nice, which I drew. So that's my.
Really good.
And then also, hold me if I can do it in the back.
Oh, wow, this is
My
a
back
contortionist
just
Cirque du Soleil
cracked
stuff right
so
here.
hard though.
Nice.
Oh.
That's awesome.
I'm not gonna feel good after that. Anyway, guys, thanks again for tuning in. And
One more thing.
yeah.
We now also have a YouTube page that if you guys miss our streams, because sometimes not everyone's always free at 5:30 on Sundays or 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So we actually archive all of our shows on our YouTube channel, which is Triangle Table, the Triangle Table.
The Triangle
Triangle
Table.
Table.
So
Is it the
episode 1,
Triangle
2,
Table Tavern?
and I believe might be 3 now are gone from the Twitch VODs. So the only way you can see them is going through the YouTube link, which we can also throw up the link on chat. And also, if you scroll down below, it will have a whole bunch of like Twitter links, YouTube links, or archive.
Yeah, it's all there.
YouTube.
Yeah, so give us some love on YouTube.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
Share with your friends.
All right.
Yeah,
so
if you're
that's
give us
Any
some love on
other
YouTube.
fellow
Share
nerds
with
that you
your
feel like
friends.
would like our fuckery, send it to them. Our shenanigans and fuckery.
Wrong
great.
type of video.
Let's see
Or the
here.
right one.
All right, to recap, everyone. So, our adventurers hacked a large carnivorous plant down that lured a few of the members near its bulbous head. From there, they made their way through the jungle, finding the path once more. They reached the opening to the hidden temple to find the pirate Captain Belaina and his cronies already underway, trying to bypass the traps that await them. Unsuccessfully, I might add. The party waited to strike at the opportune moment, eventually subduing the pirates and leaving just the pirate captain to go inside and taking 2 of the prisoners with him. You guys also know that there are 3 other pirates that have gone in before his on the captain's command. So that is where we pick up. And you guys look before you, the deep, the darkness ahead of you. Donash, you cannot see beyond your 30-foot range anyway, but you know that the extent of that inside this cave is just lined with skulls. Almost the entirety of this wall is lined with skulls. A few of these skulls have been broken and worn away through time.
Human skulls?
Various different sizes, various different races, dwarven, elven, all that.
I feel this might be some kind of warning that we should probably heed. I do not wish my skull to decorate the walls as well. However, Captain Belaina seems like his would fit quite nicely in here. So we venture forth.
Ada is peering down through there. She's already kind of finished up her map for that area, and she looks and says, "Well, I won't be able to help you much in there as far as mapping things down." She kind of like peers off as well as she can, and she too notices those of you who have dark vision, the few bodies that are just barely out of reach of your vision. You can't see them at all, and you as well.
My balls are glowing.
Okay, even still, you have, I think, a 60-foot...
oh, okay, alright. I just want to make sure.
Just so you all
can
know.
go to the bush back there. You know?
I just wanted to let it be known. I'm not totally blind yet.
What kind of bodies did you say?
They were the pirate bodies. So the pirates that have tried to venture forth into the deep dungeon have gone and reported back saying that they have died off along the way, trying to bypass the traps, but they're not savvy enough to trip them or to disable them, and have thus died along the way. So there were many more before the 1 of the 3 that ventured in further.
Lady Altricia, you mentioned that there was fire here, right?
I did see fire was coming from up above. I couldn't tell if it was from a monster or from some sort of trap, though, so we should be very careful.
Make a perception check.
Yep,
In
definitely
case
fire.
you were wondering, I think you did mention that it was from a trap, but she's just not
She's just not...
saying it.
Oh, okay.
So, perception would be 13.
Okay, so you recall, there is a body next to you that is half gone from the torso up. It's charred from where you can see it.
Extra careful.
Anybody hungry?
Damn. I am.
Hold his eyes.
Just kidding. Well, Tricia, might I speak with you privately for a moment?
From where we're standing in front of the cave, is there any way to see if there are any markings on the ground?
From the entrance right where you're at, no. It does appear to be a hewn, well-hewn ground, so it is constructed in such a way that there are large blocks and whatnot containing the floor.
So Lady Tricia and Lady Tricia and I step aside, and I just kind of lean over and go, "Hi. So you're the traps person, right?
I'll check on traps.
But can you, as a noble? We still.
Oh, yeah.
You were checking bodies a second ago. We can't have that shit happen. We still gotta do
Did
the
he
ruse.
see me checking bodies?
I was
Because
with
Ada
you.
was the only one.
I was with you.
Yeah. You. That did happen, yes.
No, I know I did. I just wasn't sure if you were standing with me as I was doing it, because I said
Yeah.
I was going to sneak around. Never mind. Unimportant.
When you came back, I was like, "Hey, how did you find that?" Because I remember trying to help you out.
The captain is not with us, but moreover, I'm going to say there's a reason that they asked me to go on this mission, and that is because I have to have a very specific set of skills.
Very particular
Also,
set
if you
of skills.
recall last session, Ada was the only one that raised an eyebrow.
noticed, yeah.
So, Ando and
I
Nizra-
covered it. We're fine.
No, I'm just saying. I don't want to start
Yeah,
suggesting
I'm
things.
not going to get my hands too dirty, but I think that it's perfectly fine if I check for traps. I think that.
Alright, well, I'll follow your lead.
Fine.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check to see where the eerie noises are coming from?
Sure.
Okay, alright, yes.
Just your stomach. You're very hungry.
That would be very unfortunate. It's not a good... Okay, we're off to a good start again. That's an 8.
8. Maybe my tablet. Maybe. There is a slight wind that is kind of moving the palm trees above you, and you can hear this rustling of the leaves and whatnot. You think that because of that, and the long hallway ahead of you, just as you guys are speaking, you can hear your reverb come right back to you, and it just echoes. It's a deep echo. Every little tiny sound you guys make, it just carries all the way down, and then right back at you after a while.
Well, this is going to be fun.
Ada begins to cast a spell. You see her, and she's actually going to mention it to you. Like, I think we should probably. Well, I'm a little low on spells. I think maybe a few of us could use a little bit. I'm going to cast Ada's Adequate Abode, and she has renamed her spells because she is a bard of glamour, and she doesn't like the spells that are in the book necessarily. So she's gone and renamed a few of them. Appears what appears ahead of you, right out the entrance, is a large rock, but she walks right on into it. She kind of motions with her hand, peeking out.
Trixie will follow. She's gonna try and go first.
You guys enter, and it's well furnished for a random rock that is out in the middle of nowhere, really, in the beginning, the entrance of the cave there.
That is so cool.
I could get used to this.
It's hollow. It's hollow, and it won't. She will only allow those who she deems worthy to enter to see it, and then also enter at all. So it obscures everyone from looking into it. It just looks like another rock, much like the basaltic type rock in the region.
Can I put my hand kind of like on one side and then push through it, and then pull it back again? Is there any? Do I feel anything? Is it just an illusion?
I mean, the inside feels a little bit cooler, like it's kind of like air conditioning.
It's like air conditioning.
Yeah.
It's temperature, climate control.
Right.
I just stick my butt in.
Just a nice, cool breeze, kind of, because it's just nice. Fine.
Okay, great.
Just what you're looking
And then
for.
back in.
Sure.
Ada, you and I are going to have to talk a little bit because this whole thing. I can get on board with that. This is.
I love this. So, we've named it. You're gonna have to name it as such. And
That's fine. I will give you all the credit. This is.
Hey, no, of course. Thank you.
Yes, you should really learn how to do this.
Now,
Do it for myself.
Ada, I appreciate the abode here, but we are on a bit of a time crunch. We potentially could be having people unleashing some kind of unspeakable force upon humanity, so we might need to...
I thought of that as well. However, the pirate doesn't seem to know very much about this, and we kind of have a she points over to the tightly bound and gagged Randall Leris, who is on tensors floating this currently. Just
Twigs.
still,
and
yeah. There's a bunch of
Like side of his face.
He's
is very
disheveled. His robes are kind of like tossed and whatnot. He's still wearing the peasant's robes to mask his identity. So she points over to him. Perhaps he can help navigate. He was the one who originated that map that the captain has. I don't think that Captain Belaina has it, but he's able to. We have time.
Good time.
I think so.
And my thought is also we're kind of at the mouth of the cave, right? So if anybody tries to sneak past, as long
Indeed.
as somebody's paying attention,
Indeed.
we'll see.
And she kind of nods over to Nizrek, and Nizrek is already getting some little spools of wire out, and he's tying it over to like a branch of a tree nearby the entrance, and he's moving it over the entrance itself. He's kind of going back and forth with a little tiny web-like thing, putting small little bells on the strings. I think this is a good fun. I can stay right if you guys need me to for a while in a row.
I like your style, little guy.
Julian can help take a watch as well.
Who's Julian?
The skinny,
He has a name?
Anyone?
Yeah, he's been here for a while.
I didn't
He
know he
blends in with
had
the
a.
furniture.
I didn't know he had a name.
Yeah. He had a name.
I like
He has a
him.
name.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
We named
okay,
him
he's-
Ralph, but it's Julian.
That's why it's Ralph. Okay,
You
all right.
did-
I know
you
who you're
did-
talking about.
Yeah, so how do we get in safely? You're gonna check for traps and then we...
I think we need to proceed very carefully and keep all of our eyes and ears open, and I will assist in that, yes.
Shall we go?
Wait,
Well,
how
I
long are
think,
we
yeah.
napping for?
we're napping.
It's well, no. It's an 8 hour.
So we're doing a full
This is a full-
Doing a full
night.
rest. Okay.
Full shebang.
So what is this?
This is
multiple
ultimately
rooms?
up. She's talking to you.
You're getting cozy.
I'm going to do it for a 8 hour, but if we can stop whenever you guys feel. I need to look up a few spells. I cannot really help you beyond the.
You and I only need 4 hours to meditating. This is
Actually,
weird to
it's-
talk about.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say.
actually 8 hours.
Is it?
Yeah,
You
it's
only
8
need
hours.
one
It's
sleep,
4
yeah.
hours of actual sleep, 4 hours of meditation.
Oh.
So you can't. If you're reading a book, if you are just meditating.
It's weird to be like, Ada,
Walking
we only
around.
need 4 hours of sleep. What do you
We'll
mean?
leave the rest of these chumps in the dust.
Well, to be quite honest with you guys, the rest of the party, I don't feel that staying here too long is beneficial for us.
We're also
I think
going
so.
to face a enormous and possibly very powerful beast. We shouldn't go if we're not prepared.
Because also I extend, whatever the word is, a spell slot on the plant thing. So it'd be good to have that back for whatever we're going
We don't know what's in there. And it would be wise to
Well,
have
it's
all
best
of
to
our energy replenished before.
well, this is honestly not my decision, Ada, because we also laid out Trisha, so we'll leave it in her hands.
I think it would be best to go as prepared as we can, which means resting for 8 hours.
I think if we are to face what I imagine we might be facing inside, there is a chance that we're going to need all the firepower that we can get. And coming from a magical background, I can understand the importance of making sure that you have all of your resources at hand. So
Indeed.
I concur with Ada on this one. I think that I concur with my Lady Altrisha on this one. And I believe that it might be...
He raises a brow at you. He smiles a little.
It might be beneficial. I think it will... The pros outweigh the cons in this particular case.
Besides, I think I can talk to you a little bit about the magic behind.
That's totally not even a little bit of the motivation here.
Except it is.
She doesn't roll an insight check, so we're
Alright.
good.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Nizrek has kind of already sat down on another little rock, and you guys, if you were to try to look for him, he's kind of gone out of view and just has basically stealthed up and sitting kind of like in a little perch in the tree, just watching things. Julian is also, but he's kind of like more open, can't really.
Well, I'm going to take Skeet from my shoulder,
All right.
lay down, and put him in the crook of my neck. Right here.
All right. He kind of fidgets a little bit, doesn't really know what you're doing, and then he eventually kind of like moves back, and his snout is actually digging in to your neck. You can
Lady
feel a
Altrisha's
little
gonna
hot
look a
breath
little
every now and
sad.
then.
I don't see it. I was actually gonna suggest you see what else he knows, but we should all be resting. So I'm dead to the world at this point.
Okay.
I've removed my armor and I'm taking a nap.
So is this one big room? Are there separate?
No, it's one domed like shape. I believe it is.
Very nice.
Glamping. They call it glamping.
There you go. It's a yurt.
There we go.
Trixie's gonna find the best she can.
Okay.
Within that.
All right, it's got minor furnishings. There are illusory, so they, after a while, if you move on them too much, they kind of like fall down. You have to kind of like reset yourself, and so you kind of figure out that if you're just stationary,
still.
you can probably enjoy a decent night's rest.
That's cool.
So when Trixie is asleep, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for when Trixie falls asleep. I would like to very, very quietly start casting a nice little spell that I picked up a couple episodes ago.
Oh, right. I know which one.
You know which
I
one.
know exactly.
I don't
which
know
one.
which one.
You're gonna
Good.
find out.
You'll find out in the morning. And so I would like to do that as quietly as I can.
No, which
Okay.
one?
Roll a sleight of hand check.
I feel left out. No idea.
You'll find out.
Well,
soon.
you can roll a perception.
Natural 19, so that is
She
a
still is a noble woman. Just saying.
20. That is a
It's
21.
been having a specific set
All
of
right.
magical skills, isn't it?
If anyone else would like to roll a perception check,
I'm dead.
Sure, I will.
I mean, I'm
I will.
asleep.
you're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah,
You can't choose that.
Yeah.
I choose that for you.
You are dead. Oh, damn it.
16.
20.
Damn. Yeah. Oh.
You guys, as you're taking your meditation as part of your elven bloodline, you see a little flash come from one side of the hut, and you look over and you just see Jingles' hands kind of just move back to his
You
side.
see the smuggest smile you have ever seen in your life.
You are gonna pay so hard.
But do you know about that?
No, she
I
does not.
know Jingles.
All right. The night goes on without any incident. You hear the occasional cry of a night bird.
Of a pirate.
And
My alarm clock.
It's like, we all snuggle and climb nice and tight.
the
Sounds like a pirate death.
you guys did start your 8 hours in the evening, so you guys wake up to a morning sun piercing through the dark canopy and the mountain, the dormant volcano over to the north. And you kind of hear it stirring throughout the little hut there, her abode, if you will. And you guys can all stir as well. Roll a perception check.
13.
13. The morning greets you. It's cold air. It allows you. The hut allows you some comforts, but it's still kind of open air camping, and you actually kind of just wish you had a nice warm blanket as you wake up. And you're rested. All of you are rested. Not as great a sleep as you wish you had. At least not even aboard the firewind. But you're able to wake up and.
No points of exhaustion, right?
No points of
That was the best night's sleep I've had in years.
Including yours. Yours is now alleviated.
But he didn't sleep the full 8 hours then.
Oh, but right just before.
I'm assuming, I'm assuming. You're going better. It was a stealth check. I got
No,
you.
but you didn't sleep that much.
I got you.
you.
And you were
He's
already
so
exhausted.
I got
Such
you.
a brat.
You're fine. It was a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys again wake up, and you hear the hollow entrance of the dungeon ahead of you. The skulls bearing mute witness staring all at you now.
Wait, from
From just
They're just like
the
watching
facade.
us
Well,
right now,
just
or-
like
Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. If everyone feels great, I honestly don't think we should be waiting here.
No,
anymore.
I agree. Now it's time.
He is kind of just putting her little pauldrons on and whatnot.
Take my armor back on. Give me a minute.
And
Ada, thank you for the rest. We desperately needed it.
Indeed, thank you so
Absolutely, but
much.
now it's time.
she sent you in a few bells, just making sure her lute is tuned properly.
I will too.
All right.
So I
Right.
listen to her and I start tuning my own lute.
And it's a technically a 12-string lute, so it takes a while.
Sure.
But
We should leave now. Hold on.
and you guys prep yourselves for the morning. You guys eat a few of your rations that you have with you.
I put Skeet in. I do this to Trisha, and I let Skeet scurry across.
All right.
Trisha, I think you might need to hold on to Skeet for a little bit. Maybe he might help us.
He is already in your pocket. Just kind of snuggled and just has his head poking out. Eager, like he seems like he's kind of just like, all right, take me, mommy. Yeah. All right. And
Keep all the creatures.
I think considering the tensor's disc has since dissipated,
Of course.
I think I'm gonna
You
make
brought
our-
him in.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
or
make
out.
our-
You can let.
But you didn't
I
like set him off.
No, I didn't. Yeah,
Like
it was
someone-
just a
He has incurred a point of exhaustion as he did not sleep at all.
good.
You
All
can
right.
see dark circles around his eyes. You go over to inspect the bonds and whatnot, and his gag is just fully wet of just drool,
Oh,
and you can see like
Jesus
these white little like
Christ.
crusty lines just
Oh,
leading from
I
his
hate
mouth.
That's all you did.
Yeah. All right.
His
can
eye
I,
is twitching.
Can I mage hand the sock out?
Sure.
Or not the
Was
sock,
it a
whatever
sock?
it was.
I
Yeah,
thought
no,
it was
it
a-
was a, it was a strip
Yeah.
of fabric.
Yeah.
I
It was
wanted
one
it
of
to be
your
a
sashes.
sock, but yeah.
It was my underwear.
But yeah, I'll have mage
He's got
hand
2 points of exhaustion then.
take that out and let him. I'll take it out of his mouth now. Now, are you going to behave? And I have the mage hand pick it back up.
I have yet to do anything out of line.
Good.
Anything, you do look more like you've been on an adventure than you did prior to coming here, so... Welcome to the party, Randall.
We'll let you walk on your own 2 feet this time.
He kind of moves his legs out towards you. We'll get on it.
Oh, are his legs bound?
You
That's
hog-
right, I
you
hog-tied
hog-tied
him.
him.
Hog-tied.
All right.
And
yeah,
not
that's
just
fair.
hog tied him, but his elbows
Yeah.
are close to his entire lower body. He's
He's
kind of
also
like
probably like...
he's in true
alleviating
fetal
himself,
position
honestly.
Yeah.
and he can't move.
I know.
All right.
it's Probably this...
Prestidigitate.
Yeah, I'll cut the hog tie. Yeah.
You know what? You don't even have to make a perception check. He kind of smells like urine.
Oh, nope. Yeah.
We're
Does
fucked.
somebody else want
Jangles, what
to
have
just
you done?
somebody else want to take
Nobody
care of
else
this?
has prestidigitation.
You have the means to make it better.
Oh, that's right. I was talking about freeing him, but okay, all right. I guess I
You
could.
made your bed.
Yes, Jesus.
All right, I guess
He
I'll,
pissed in it.
You
apparently.
also made someone else's bed.
I'll look away and I'll try and prestidigitate the smell.
It's easy enough. It kind of just goes away. The sogginess of his robe
The sogginess.
has also just gone away. It's drier now.
It's his new title. His
The
sogginess.
sogginess.
His sogginess.
His sogginess.
Yeah, let's add insult to injury. Let's do that. It's a great idea.
Yeah,
And
so-
he gets up and you can tell he's kind of stumbling. He's trying to grab something to hold on to. He finds the nearest palm tree and he's kind of heaving.
I hand him my water skin and a bit of my rations.
He takes it eagerly, downs the water skin, not completely finishing it up. It's a large water skin, but he takes a good half of it and he downs the cheese and then the other rations and then
Dry meats and stuff.
yeah, dried meats and whatnot.
You feel better.
Just a hair.
Look,
Why
Randall.
would you do that?
Here's the thing, Randall. You were a little unkind to us in the beginning. I feel like we might have overstepped many, many lines.
Indeed.
However, we're now in this together. Let's not. I'm not saying we should mend fences, but we should probably not.
What? Together.
You are about to embark into the cave, which you brought your crew, in which we have now trying to stop you from putting yourself into danger. So,
Danger? What danger do you speak of?
there are two bodies, sir,
I'm just gonna
right
say,
there,
are you
and a
looking
burned
around?
human being next to us.
Had I my own map?
All right,
turns
put
around,
the
he-
gag back in
Well,
his mouth.
Where is your own map?
Points up into the
Captain.
Yeah, the captain. Looks like they took it with them. I
And you
believe
don't
he-
remember any of the information? You thought that was wise?
I remember a little bit.
You let a pirate take your map?
Well, then this isn't entirely our fault.
I didn't let him take my map. He took over the entire ship. Him and his whole crew.
That we
There was
killed
nothing that we
most
could have
of
done.
about 8 hours ago, right?
Right.
It's true.
Here's
Well,
the
the
thing.
map wasn't on any of the bodies. I checked them for useful information.
Randall, if anything, look, we saved your ship, we saved your crew, and now we're in this together. So we can either just be salty at each other, and we can not prestidigitate any other.
Very well. He goes to put his hand on your shoulder. You kind of carry me along the way.
Fair enough, Randall.
You see him kind of spit some weird black goo from dirt and also
Okay.
the sash that he
It's
had.
like, he's possessed!
You can see that the dye off of the sash kind of bled into his mouth, and that's
Okay.
kind of what he's spitting out. The purple, dark purple.
You need to stay behind.
Indigo, very expensive.
There are many traps ahead of us, and we don't know what else dangers lie ahead. And I'll probably need to be in the front trying to figure out what's going on. So,
You in front.
I'm
I don't
quite-
mean to insult you, but he kind of points at your.
The dark is where I do my best work. Let me do that, and you will stay alive.
He looks over at Ada. I think one of your members here might be better suited, no? She steps forward anyway. She just doesn't say anything, doesn't even look at him, and just kind of adjusts her bracers. And are we all ready?
Yes.
Yes, we are. And I look straight at Randall as I say that.
Nizruk and Julian are going to stay in the front. I mean, towards the very back, in the entrance of the cave. We'll guard here, make sure there's no one else, basically, coming up behind you.
Do you have a spell that you would like to cast, perhaps to make sure that no one enters the temple behind us and catches us unaware?
I do not have a spell that will keep them from doing it. I
No,
do
but at
have
least that
one.
won't-
Yes, I do have one that will let us know.
Perhaps alarmed?
How do
So
you
to say-
know about that? Have you been?
She's
Then you used it.
suggesting maybe
Have you
something
been-
alarm-like.
I didn't know that any of you actually paid attention to what I did.
Now,
You're very loud
interestingly
about what
enough,
you
Randall
if
does.
you can completely use the components that Nizruk had set up for the spell. So
Oh, that would be nice. Okay, let me check the range on that. It is.
it's Randall's. Oh,
1
man.
mile. 1 mile.
Oh,
We're
you
gonna
think
s-
you
okay,
think you're
alright.
you're
Let's hope
judging
we
by
can
the
don't know,
size
but-
of the island when you approached. It's probably a good 3 miles long, but the
Okay.
area that you're at right now doesn't seem to be any more.
All right. In that case, yes, I would like to spend a couple minutes casting that as a ritual. I'll pull out my book.
You guys are right here, essentially. You can
Nice,
travel
okay.
north.
Oh,
There is
okay.
a-
All right. So we've got.
There is
some-
now a volcano.
Monster! No!
still has a few clouds on it. I'll go ahead and do that too. Amalthea, as it is hers, the one that she has is incomplete.
Alright. So yeah, I'd like to cast Alarm as a ritual, and I'd like to have the alert sound as pretty much any of your goblin noises. That's just what I... just like the goblin
really
falling
loud,
off a
right?
boat. Yeah, goblin like... that, yeah. That's the one.
That'll scare him.
Oh, Nizruk hearing his own voice yell at him? Yeah. Now, does it only go to you, or
I
is
think
it
it's
cast...
just to me.
Okay.
It's
All
just
right.
so I know that
All
there's
right.
something.
Okay.
It's a mental ping.
Nizruk watches you do your spell, and he knows he's going to stay on the inside, and he's going to do his best to kind of keep out of sight. There isn't a whole lot he can hide into right now, at least in the entrance there, but he's still going to kind of walk in.
I will actually designate both of them as people who don't set it off, because apparently that is part of it. I can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm.
If
So
we know when someone enters the temple, do we still want to leave them behind? Because we could probably use all the manpower, or at least follow behind us a little ways.
I think it's in our best interest to be smaller party the better, just so that
Okay,
Both
Potentially
Nizruk
trapped.
and Julian are actually, they look a little tired as they stayed up the
Yeah,
entire
let
night.
'em-
that's fair.
They're going to take turns watching.
yeah, let them chillax.
Okay.
So yeah,
already got
I'll
quite
designate
a lot
them
of heads
as
to worry about already.
yeah, not setting off the alarm. So
Ando is definitely eager and he's waiting. Boy, Charm, you ready? Finalize our bet, eh?
Yeah, and I remove Randall's hand off my shoulder and I go, I'm ready.
Yeah,
Randall falls.
No, he's able to. He looks around and he goes find Ada and puts his hand on her. No, darling, you are not doing that. And she kind of like moves ahead.
Randall, I gave you.
I hold
like
my
a
arm
woman.
out to Randall.
He
Wordlessly.
he stumbles in your direction. He's now kind of like has it pressed to his chest and he's kind of like holding it like the that hang in there cat meme. You're just kind of like
Hang in there, Randall.
he's kind of hang in there, Randall. He kind of has a little sad face. Just he's kind of scanning the entire hallway there as a sound
Let's
echo
proceed slowly.
throughout.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
By your word,
Yeah.
we shall move forward.
Can I?
Trixie will take the lead and percept, and be looking for traps. Kind of.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a
Yeah.
perception check.
And can I also? She is percepting. I would like to again
11.
ignite my balls, and I would like to, since the dancing lights is also a separate
Is there
spell.
Help me.
Skeet can roll his own.
Done.
Is there a vocal command?
Do you
of
have-
I do.
Okay, great.
Who did?
One of them.
Let me double check.
No, I mean like
Oh.
one that
All right,
might
cool.
be of your own.
Flame on.
Yeah.
Is that your command? Is that
That's
your,
my
okay.
command.
His
All right.
balls just glow.
Flame on. All right. And did you take them out, or are they just in front?
Oh, they're dangling.
All right.
Yeah,
So those of you behind him, you see a
He
glow
got 12.
emanate right in front.
Is it
He
that?
got a
Oh
12.
no,
right?
I lied.
Does he
More
have
than that.
so-
More than that. Hold on.
The balls are
13.
bright.
Does
The
he have
dancing
advantage?
lights are not
Or no?
super bright.
Got it.
Oh, he does.
He
Look
does
at
have
that.
advantage. Also,
The balls are in
Amalthea, your wolf has advantage
It was
on.
right a
Other
second
pants
time.
pocket. Doesn't make
Your
a bit of
wolf
difference,
also
guys.
has
He's got the brightest balls
advantage
in
to
the
roll
world.
for perception checks.
I've
And he does
got
have
my
dark
balls.
vision, I believe. I hope I'm not.
Great balls of fire! Like just go to Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get there.
Passive perception is 13, and you have advantage on wisdom perception checks. Yes. So go if you want to have Camille, as you have called her. Go ahead and have Camille roll.
Sounds so pleasant when it's not
Biting
biting
your
out
face
someone's
off.
esophagus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, what was the first one?
8. So 13 is the highest, right? That's his passive perception. What is your passive perception? I forgot.
13.
13 as well. All right, 13.
I
Is
have
it?
15.
Okay.
Wow.
Good to know.
La-di-da.
Very
Don Ash and Trixie. Correct. Cool. And I believe Skeet has a passive perception too, correct? Hopefully it's this. Hopefully I put it.
13.
13 as well. All right.
Can you show the picture to the?
Oh, that's really cute.
This is our friend Skeet. Oh,
In midair, current.
Yeah.
is that close enough?
I think a little close. There you go.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
We have a. I'll share an image later. So Skeet, cool. All right. You guys walk a little ways and you notice a body onto the side. It is laying down and it has a dart in its neck.
I think that's a pretty good indication there's traps.
Now,
You don't say.
Good job, Sherlock.
You watch the tile that he is currently on is currently depressed. And
Oh,
I
can we
think
tell it
it
a
has
joke?
something to do with the tile.
Is there anything on the tile?
his body, his entire
okay,
body.
Well, besides his body, is there a symbol or anything
No.
written on the tile?
No.
I'm going to kneel down to the body
Okay.
and pluck the dart from his neck.
Okay.
Is it just one?
It's currently one.
Can I perception check and see if I smell any kind of poison still on
Sure,
it? If it's
go
still
ahead.
maybe possibly usable by chance?
Such the scavenger.
Make it actually no, make an investigation check.
Okay. Then that is a straight 14.
14. You even just on the quick appearance of the tip, you can see a weird beyond the blood. You see a weird greenish liquid has been applied to it. So you think it might be a poison or something.
Is there another body? Is the other body near it?
No.
Okay, so there's the one body,
It's
one
only
body.
one body.
Is the body in fact dead?
Yes.
Okay, it is definitely dead.
The stones.
I believe that this is exactly what killed him, and potentially there are more lying ahead. So I tuck it in my my loincloth. Might come in handy later.
The stone statue that I have, what's it made out of?
The stone statue?
I have a stone statue.
That's the one from the goblins.
Oh, okay.
Gonna be goblin tribute, and then we left it behind.
If I like
She
tossed
took
it, it's not gonna break, right?
You gave it. That's the one that you gave it to.
She didn't give it to me. She
You
left
No,
it
I
as
left
a-
it there.
Oh,
I
okay.
left it there as a
Church
tribute, and,
Right.
And
then
I picked it up when it was discarded.
Picked it
I
up.
permanently borrowed
It's
it.
no longer a tribute.
It is actually a white marble.
Oh, right.
I believe it was a hawk or an eagle.
Pretty
Eagle.
sturdy.
Yeah.
So if I like were to
It's
toss it
it's
a little
probably
bit,
around
it's
like
great.
For a toss.
oh, I want to say it's right around 15 pounds. So a little lighter, but it has heft to it. So you can, if you wanted to use it as a implement of bludgeoning, you would be able to.
She was-
It's
What if I
large enough.
wanted
That's
to
awesome. Indiana
toss it
Jones it.
onto the tiles in front of me as I
So,
go?
you think that by
Maintaining
doing that,
like-
it may break because
That was my question.
it is.
Well,
somewhat
I'm not
fragile.
going to break a marble statue.
You could
so.
place it
You could
down.
just slide it.
Yeah, I like my head. We'll think it's another option.
We could like
Seems
make
like you're
hope
pushing
with
it.
maybe.
Ada
If
has
we
actually
the
kind
trident,
of
we can get
We
along the
could,
floor.
but okay, we could do that.
Ada.
Not gonna look very professional, but we could definitely do that.
Yeah.
She's actually
Randall,
walked
go
a
run
little
that
bit
way.
ahead of you guys. Just walked, and she stops. It looks like a crossroads from where you're at, but she looks in. She looks into the other side. There are 2 rooms here. There are 3 bodies total. I don't think we want to enter them. That's all I have for now. And she continues walking forward. She's
Jeez,
looking
Ada,
down at the ground.
For Christ's sakes, watch yourself. Careful your footing.
I am. Come.
I'm gonna pay attention
Trixie's
to her
going to
exact
roll her
footsteps.
eyes hard and then follow in her
I
footsteps.
follow exactly where she's going.
So, as you guys continue forward, because of her dark vision being able to reach further than every one of you, she actually sees where the traps have already been set off. And she goes, particularly to those who cannot see in the dark, watch a step here to your left. There is a spike pit. And,
It's like a little tour guide.
uh,
Off to your left, you'll see a spike pit.
Step
Alright.
in.
Make sure you don't step on it.
so she kind of like guides you a little bit as you guys continue. As you walk towards that area, you do see a spike pit, and just barely out of your reach of vision, you notice a body impaled on that pit. It looks like a pirate. Yeah.
How many bodies have we seen?
So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. Okay. I'll write that down.
Plus the how many did we kill
And
outside?
the half
12.
of the guy outside. Right?
Half of the guy
Five
outside.
and a half.
Does he count as a whole guy?
You guys, I think you displace or
8.
That's about
Displays.
7 or 8.
7 or 8. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's about
not
a
counting
dozen
the beach.
total. 12, 13. Okay.
Beach, correct? Yeah, right.
Not counting.
Okay.
Right.
So it was an armada.
Done.
And-
Damn it.
Yeah.
You, Trixie, did hear that there were 3 left currently inside who have gone back in under Captain Belaina's orders, and now has Captain Belaina himself has walked in with the 2 prisoners holding the small chest.
Okay.
And they've just gone ahead.
So we should kind of be safe
Mm-hmm.
as long as we follow.
They're doing
I know.
half the dirty work for us.
Right, and if they die, then...
So you guys make it a little bit further, and you notice as she's kind of walking around the thing. I don't think we have to worry about this one. It has already been triggered. And she points to the large stone. You guys walk up to it and then see it's huge, round stone, much like a cheese wheel that has gone through an opening onto the right-hand side. You see a body completely just smeared. It is now the hand is the only thing you see, and a blood splattering.
Take
Pool
stock,
blood,
Randall.
Andy.
This is exactly what could have happened to you and your crew.
I don't think so, actually.
Really? Do you have
Really?
information that you're withholding
Just the
then?
snarkiest.
The map
No.
holds more information. Of course I did. I can't remember now. No.
So let me get this straight. You knew you were walking into a death trap, and apparently the map laid out all the traps for you, and you didn't bother to remember them?
Or make a copy.
I recall this one.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
recall any
hindsight.
others? Because
He-
you told us that
you
you
see him
did not
kinda
remember
like-
what the map said.
Look into his mind. He's like, there is a. I know of the acid pools
You're right.
far ahead.
Great.
Um,
Acid pools.
But
Fantastic.
that's deep in. There are a few more ahead. The acid pools did ring a bell though, and I believe when we get there, you will find out. Oh, we can decipher it.
Well, that's great. Maybe we
Lovely.
should have him lead the way.
Do you? Very well. He kind of walks forward.
I've gained respect for this man.
He does seemingly walk forward now. He is human. You guys kind of watch him. He's walking, but then he kind of wanders off to the left a little bit and puts his hand against the wall and recorrects.
Jingle's
And
just gonna laugh. in the
I
background.
walk over to Jingles and go, Jingles,
This way. This way.
bring your balls over to him, please.
Can I'll dancing lights for him. I'll dancing lights.
Ah! You're right in front of us. Oh, oi.
Oh, sorry.
Trap you forgot.
Yeah. Sparking.
No, thank you. And he actually shoves your lights behind him magically, and he produces his own. It's a orb around this large, and it's orange.
Lights aren't good enough.
And he
Not a
continues
pissing
forward.
contest in the slightest.
I'm gonna
Don't slap him, Jingles.
I'm gonna coalesce all of mine together and just do it like right in the corner of his vision, just so it's like.
You actually have
Blinded.
trouble controlling yours, pushing it forward.
Wow.
It seems to be like it's being tethered to some location. You're not entirely sure, but he seems content into what he's gone. Down this way, I found the. You can barely see him kind of like move his hands in the darkness, and there was the wall chop. I don't know what it's called.
Wall
Ada,
clap.
Ada continues down. Yeah,
No,
he's found
his wrists are still bound.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I would not have undone his wrists.
All
Because
right.
he's got magic, so I don't want
Okay.
him doing too much fancy stuff.
Okay, that's good to know. Then if you don't mind doing the looking up the lights
Yeah,
cantrip,
absolutely.
is it somatic?
It has a verbal, and so a verbal. No, it is a verbal and material. So he's good with light.
Okay, so he's cast the light there, and again he seems to be fighting your
Yeah,
magic.
that's cool.
somewhat.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fine.
All right. You guys continue forward. You guys eventually reach the two slabs of the walls to your side are just jutted out. You can see a smear of blood and guts on both of them.
Oh.
You can barely see tiny pieces of cloth and shards of bone near the bottom.
Did they reset after they finished
No,
it?
you see the plate has been depressed and it has already been jutted out, and you can actually you kind of get a little closer look at him, kind of see how the inner workings of it, and you look behind the crack there of the wall that has been moved out, and you can see a large piston-like structure, stone, and it has been moved out, and it seems like there is a little bit of water kind of leaking from where.
hydraulics.
Right.
Yep.
So.
These guys are high tech.
Yeah.
Somewhat. So you guys continue further. You guys hit a 90-degree
don't want
bend.
anybody here.
You guys hit a 90-degree bend forming to your right. Then
Is anybody paying attention to the way we got here?
Ada is somewhat writing it down.
Okay.
It's very crude. She doesn't really underneath the earth. It's kind of hard for her to kind of gauge distance. So she's got
okay as long
Jingles,
as
if
we got
follow
like
the
left, right.
random limbs and viscous of human remains, I think we'll find our way out.
Just in case. Peace of mind. Just peace of mind.
So you guys have now made a 90-degree turn to your right. You walk about 20 more feet. It turns to your left, and then after that, left still. I'm gonna have those who have night vision roll a perception check. 18. 13? Okay. Helena, you look forward and you see a figure somewhat sitting down, leaning over to the side there. You can't really figure out his form, but it does appear to be motionless. There is another figure closer by who's also leaning down.
They appear to be like humanoid or
Humanoid,
animalistic?
humanoid.
Okay.
Closer than that, you can just barely see these alcoves to your left and right, just before this room kind of opens up, and there seem to be stone statues. Both of them are half crumbled now. There is a body on the bottom of the one on the right hand side. It has been cleaved.
Proceed with extreme caution, you guys. I see.
Randall has actually backed up a little bit. I think this is the ossuary.
Nice to you.
No, it is the room where they keep. They do a few. Yeah, they keep a few of the bones of the deceased. It looks to me, and you barely see the altar in the center there. I believe that is the altar that they had a few of the rituals in. This is not the final end. There
Do you
are
care
rooms
to
beyond.
elaborate on who they are?
Thank you, Adam. Exactly what I was thinking.
The cult of the dragon worshippers.
Oh, now there's a cult.
I go over and I grab him by the throat and I go, Randall, if you have any more fucking information.
Grabs your hand. Quiet.
Randall, you're withholding.
They
Why
are
we?
gone. They are far gone. Shut up. He points over to the they might have heard you already. Go ahead, everyone who has night vision, go ahead and make a perception check again. Ada will do so as well. Now that she Ada didn't roll. 22. You notice the body at the very end, which Highlander has kind of like warned you about, begin to stir and kind of get up and
Jingle?
shing. You hear, all of you hear, shing, a sword being produced. You can barely see a glint of steel, and you think, now judging by the form, it is the pirate captain.
Is he near? Is he within my range?
Okay, but he is
You guys
dead.
are about.
Or was dead.
No,
He
not
wasn't-
Belaina's.
Not
He
clear?
was not
Oh.
moving.
No, that was there was a pirate body near you guys where you guys are.
Oh, he was not the one that
No,
was.
no, no.
Okay.
Just not moving.
No, it was one of the other pirates who have taken.
I misunderstood.
Right. What you think is the captain has now produced a sword and is just. You can see him just kind of.
Okay, but he can't see. It's far away.
Who, the captain?
Yeah.
You're trying to shush him?
No.
No. I'm not shushing him. I'm just.
He doesn't.
Values his life.
You can hear a heavy breathing as he's kind of just barely.
Within. Okay.
You cannot see him.
Okay. But just to kind of frame of reference, he is how far away?
About 150 feet away.
Got it.
So there is a hallway again. There is two alcoves to the side just before this room opens up. You still can't actually see where the room opens up. The few of you who can who have dark vision, and you who have the light cast on yourself, you can see a good distance. You can all see the alcoves to your side. Those of you who have night vision can see just a little bit further. You see that this room opens up a bit. You barely see the alcoves.
Got it. I
Randall,
look.
Like,
No, you're good.
Randall, where are these people that you said there might be? You said that there might be people that have already heard. Where?
no, the dragon cult has been long gone.
Are you entirely sure?
I've done my research. This beast inside, the one you're worried about, long dead. The dragon, the world dragon. And you guys, go ahead and roll. Everyone, roll a perception now.
21.
You hear something being knocked.
Knocked.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, I got it.
Can I tell where
it's coming from?
I look at
the
Randall.
pirate captain.
It was like this.
I'd like to stealth.
Okay, go ahead.
As she does it, Randall, everything that you know about this place, tell us right now.
19.
No more surprises. We come into another room and you set.
Randall gets a arrow to his mid-lower section.
Everybody down! And I bring him down to the ground. He just got shot with. They obviously know we're here.
I'm gonna jump in front of you with my shit.
I immediately, very quickly remove the arrow, and I start taking out the squat root, the quiver root, squat root,
Cody?
and I start.
Cody will find
It's a squat
Cody will
root.
let us know.
Squat root. I start
Yeah.
chewing on it, and I take out the cut, and I put
Mother
it in
Pelican?
his
Oh, okay.
into his mouth. No. I chew and I put it into his wound.
Okay, all right.
And I'm shielding both of them right now.
You can hear off in the distance inside the cavern echo. What do you want?
Stay put. Just stop the bleeding. Just put pressure.
What do you want?
You can hear like clattering of feet, and he just kind of like moves behind the altar. He seems to be now hiding as you kind of look down. And there's no real place to hide here. You're in a hallway. The alcoves are elevated somewhat. They have about maybe 2 foot off the ground opening, and then
We want no more death. You've obviously lost a lot of your men, and we outnumber you many to 1. You wish to stay alive, put down your weapons.
Surrender.
and what do I get out of it? You'll
Your
end up
life.
killing me in the end.
Yeah.
Your life.
No.
I don't believe you. You see him
We're
brandish
not
his
pirates.
blade once again. He's dropped his crossbow now.
Well, you
You're
don't
not-
have much of a chance.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
have a question about the cleaved body. Did it look like something like a trap cleaved it, or was it cleaved by another person?
You roll a perception check. Oh, investigation. Sorry, investigation.
Investigation.
Actually, you know what? I look over while they're talking.
That would be an 18.
I look over at you and I go, actually, why the fuck do you care? Let's kill this man. He's probably killed many people.
You look at the ground beneath the alcoves, and you see a stone sword shatter. And you think that it might have come from the stone figures that were on the side.
Is
They're
there another one on-
crumbled.
okay.
They are
And
both crumbled.
Is there
on the
another
ground.
like sword that is on the other side?
It's a little more shattered than the one that was onto your right, where the man had fallen.
Okay.
You look at him now, and you can see that he was a pirate that had fell to this trap. They defeated the trap overall, but you imagine that because of the amount of blood in the general area, it may not all belong to the one that is fallen.
Okay. So in other words, he didn't kill his own man. So that's kind of what I was trying to.
You have 2 options. You either surrender now, and you may just save your life, or we let you continue on, and you can set up another trap for us and make it easier.
You guys all see a head kind of poke out and then move back in. Not from the center of the altar. On the side of the walls, kind of just peek out and poke back in.
Are you sneaking? Are you gone?
But then I talked, so.
that's the captain's head.
Well, you saw the captain move behind the altar in the center of the room.
It's a different person.
Someone else has kind of moved their
Does
head.
it look like the pirate?
Did
we
One
all
of the
see that?
pirates or one of the other?
It was a head.
Check
You
people?
can't really.
My
Okay.
charisma.
Go ahead and
Not me.
both. You roll a
2
investigation.
more people from Randall's.
Shall I roll one too?
Sure.
21. 20.
20.
Not natural.
Okay. You think it looks like a face that
Kat,
was more.
me tonight?
Yeah, we're having a bad day.
You think that the face looked more innocent than furrowed brow. You know, he just like just a quick thing, just kind of looked what's going on and didn't really want to be a target of anything, so has moved back. And that was on your right hand side.
It might be a prisoner.
Anyone who's from Randall's ship, step out. You are no harm.
You will not do that. You see the guy go and goes back in like, "I'll kill you where you stand if you do."
There were 2 of them, weren't there?
That you saw.
All right. You guys don't move. Don't do anything in case he actually decides to kill you because he is obviously psychotic.
You actually see the pirate captain run up, move his head up, and run over to that side. You can hear a shh, and you see him move out.
I stealth. I stealth.
Okay, as best you can.
Okay, I'll stealth too. Nope.
17.
Okay.
Natural 2. I have like
Okay.
9.
I head that way.
Okay.
25 steps.
Nice.
All right. So He just sees a bunch of shadows from where he's at. There is no light source where he currently is, and he sees a few dancing lights that have gone your brass balls, and also a few lights that are kind of coalescing towards the top there, illuminating most of you. So,
Still 150 feet
So
away.
where?
he seems to have gone now. He's probably around 120 or so feet
I
away.
would like to take one step forward.
Okay.
So I'm within 120, and then I'd like to ready an object.
Are you stealth yourself?
I didn't feel very good.
Okay.
She
Okay.
is though.
All
So
right.
am I.
So are you, yeah.
Okay, sir.
As far as you can tell.
We
As he's-
can
yeah, okay,
we
fair.
can talk about this. All right. Like my friend said, there doesn't need to be any more loss of life. So perhaps we can talk. And I'd like to raise my hands and very slowly just start walking.
He goes in and clenches his fist a little bit tighter on the blade, and you can see the blade now has cut him from your distance just a little bit, and he's bleeding. One of the prisoners there. He's still currently shackled, not so much bound like you had probably thought. He has a chain shackle, and he's able to move his hands, but the way the captain has him, he's kind of holding his arms in front to kind of make sure that nothing kind of happens. Plus, his blade is.
Okay.
While he's talking, I am making my way stealthily over towards around where they are.
And if I see the captain even start to like glance somewhere else, I'd like to do a little extra something to get his attention. So if they have to make like stealth rolls or
You can
something.
tell he's looking at you
Okay.
right now. Not another step.
All right.
Not
No,
another step.
not another step.
Let me know
All
when
right.
I'm in range.
What?
He backs
is it
up.
that you
He's
want?
backing up towards the altar.
What is it that you want?
Treasure! But I'm not going to get it, apparently.
Why not?
Because we're taking
What if?
stuff.
And then you stab him in the back.
So why can't you get it? You think we're going to steal your treasure?
There's nothing else to live for. My ship, my crew, they're all gone.
And the treasure is something to live for. That's what you have to live for right now. That's what we are looking for. We need all the help that we can get. You need all the help that you can get.
Make a persuasion check.
How close am I at this point?
You are, I want to say, about 80 feet. You've kind of like moved 5 in,
I got-
5 in every single, 6 seconds or so.
Let me know when I'm.
Want me to assist you?
I don't know if you
How far can I throw something?
but I am proficient.
As far
so that
as
is
the
going to
weapon
be
lies. So what do you want to throw?
It's something small. Maybe something I
Okay.
can pick off somebody.
not the best, but it's
Picked off of someone?
It's like maybe this big. Just,
I have
it's very.
no
light.
idea what
It's a pen size.
Still have no idea which one. But alright,
That's the point, yeah.
If it's not a weapon,
Right.
if it is an object, then I will say you have probably 30 feet
Okay.
to
So let me know
throw
when
it.
let me know when I'm 30.
60 feet
Disadvantage.
for disadvantage, correct.
okay. I got a 12. I got a 12
For persuasion.
for persuasion.
Alright, let me roll. His resolve. His grip kind of loosens a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, let's hear it.
Okay.
What do you plan? What's your offer?
We have a man here who knows the map to these traps. The traps that I imagine killed all of your men.
You see his eyes kind of go wide. And he moves back towards the altar where the map he stored it. And he drops it. He drops his sword onto the altar, grabs the map really quickly, and stuffs it in his pocket. And puts the blade right back to his neck. All the meanwhile, the guy's gonna look like.
Do you know how to read an enchanted map, my friend? Because obviously, you've been having some problems.
And Randall is next to us. I've translated all the rules. He can read.
He's a pirate. Can't be that smart.
You're bleeding out.
He's wincing still, yeah. The pirate captain is.
Our friend here, and myself, we have capabilities to get around these traps and get us into the treasure.
Just a moment while I.
Pull out the treasure.
No.
I just imagine
Always
he
worth
pulls
a
out
try.
a thread and it's like the Greek myth of fate.
Oh, the
and he
fate,
just, like,
yeah.
cuts the thread like just pulls out some like legendary
Well, you have to
shit.
get close.
You may continue. Just.
Then, Misty, you're not stealth.
I know.
Can you what?
She was going to impress him with her gleaming smile, but she's not within
It's very
30 feet.
charming.
She's such. Her teeth are so white they're blinding more than your balls are.
Thank you, Guillermo. I don't know if that was a poke at Jingles or what, but you know.
No, just say she's a very beautiful smile.
She was.
More impressive than your glowing balls, which is quite impressive.
Which has still gotta
Yeah.
be at least a little impressive.
Okay. You see a spell cast next to you. It has gone. When the pirate captain drops his blade, king, 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 king. My apologies. And he pushes the prisoner away. The prisoner's like,
Go!
and the other one that was hiding off to the side there has yet to reveal itself. They kind of rush over to your area and then they immediately duck down.
The spell appeared to come from Ada.
You see, you saw a flash of like, you see her kind of walking in. Just like, listen, Captain. We wish to utilize your map, if you don't mind. Oh, of course. And he goes in like, my apologies. And he has kind of like already moved it open and. Yeah. Unfortunately, we are going to have to utilize her. And so she walks over to you now, and you see the pirate captain kind of is like.
So, do you want to go first?
Oh, what? Going where?
Well, now we're going to get the treasure.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do we go?
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna figure it out.
Randall kind of steps on this. Make everyone with sight make a perception check.
Sorry.
Ada will make one too.
All right, that's an 11.
That's a 4.
You you guys kind of like enter the room now as the pirate has gone and dropped his blade, and you guys wander around this ossuary. The entire walls, it's a circular room. Every square inch of it is covered in some type of bone. Mainly a skull, but every now and then you see a femur kind of sticking out where the gaps between the skulls are. The ceiling is covered in a spiral array of just femurs going all the way around. Femurs, and you think maybe a few of the tibulas, fibulas, that kind of thing. Larger bones, straighter, and they spiral all the way around on the ceiling. The altar itself is made to look like it's made out of bone, but it is in fact bronze.
Interesting.
Amalthea, you notice with your check, one of the skulls has a strange symbol on its forehead.
What does it look like?
The symbol looks like that.
I tried it.
We've seen that.
I've seen.
Have you, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so make a intelligence check.
Couldn't identify it the last time.
You go, girl. So I stopped something.
All right. 25, you said?
15.
Oh, 15. Okay. You think that this skull might have something to do with maybe continuing further. That is all you just continuing further. It is a dead end, and there doesn't seem to be any treasure in the area.
Right. Alright, you guys, I think that, we should continue further. I saw a symbol.
Me too. Do you know what it is?
No, but I've
you
seen
see
it
it?
before,
Yeah, I
but I
saw
can't remember where.
I'm trying to remember where I saw it.
Do I see it? Do you point it out?
It was the trident with the little
eye underneath.
Okay.
That
so
was on the
where did
cheeks
you
of
see
the
it?
You-
stone statues before we entered the temple.
Correct.
That's right.
So maybe it's kind of like a,
It's a marker. Like,
yeah, like
Might
this way.
possibly-
Yeah.
This way, you guys.
What is it a symbol of, Randall?
I believe it was the dragon cult.
It is the dragon
Ooh.
cult.
They worshipped this large beast for a while, a long time. Eventually, the dragon itself died, and the coven or the cult has disbanded.
I don't
They're
like
kind of scattered to the wind. I'm sure there are a few sects nearby. I don't know.
So this skull obviously has some sort of value to them, and maybe to getting further inside this place.
Can I inspect it?
Okay.
sleight of hand.
Doesn't necessarily count. Yeah.
Was that his dice, or do you
No,
have
it
metal
was
dice
mine,
too?
but I fell.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's a heavy metal.
9?
Yeah,
9. You look at the skull. It looks different from the rest, beyond the symbol.
If you give me a minute, Ada, I don't know if you've seen this trick, but since you were so kind and generous to show me a little bit of your little magic trick, I thought I might show you a thing or two, and I'd like to start ritual casting Detect Magic.
Okay. You do so. You sit down. You kind of like gather your thoughts, and even in this very creepy room, you're able to just close your eyes. The altar itself seems to have served, like there's a residual magic coming off of it. No one particular school, but it seems like it was a very important area where magic was performed.
Okay, all right.
Beyond that, there is a book on it. It's in very, very poor shape. There is water dripping from the ceiling as you guys walk in here. It is very muggy from the jungle heat. And you think that just over the eons that the book has taken some water damage, some mold damage, and it's just deteriorated.
Well, that might have something valuable in it, but I don't know what. I don't know how much good it's going to do us in the shape that it's in. I don't imagine this is something. Mending is not for this sort of damage, right?
You think that it's far beyond.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna come out of the shadows and immediately just kind of like proclaim, like, so we're keeping this bastard alive, the one who's just holding the prisoner hostage.
Ada immediately walks up to the pirate captain, takes his sword and puts it up into his neck. You see, like he doesn't even really not realize that it's there. And well,
Welcome back.
using my own blade against me. Deplorable.
You had the option to surrender and you chose not to. Now you're in this predicament. You're welcome.
You see, his entire body's just in a state of defeat. He doesn't really move beyond the fact that he just slouches his shoulders.
Make him useful.
It's magic. He doesn't really know what's going on.
No, he's
you
back
think
now.
he's worn away. It's
Now
worn
he's
away.
back.
She moved behind him once the spell kind of walked over, which is only
It's like a minute,
it's
right?
1 minute. Yeah. So
Ada,
yes,
he doesn't need to be here anymore.
You can't just kill him.
He's a pirate.
He's not.
Well, do you see all the bodies that laid before us? And do you see the man that he put to death almost before our eyes?
Just shackle him.
She-
Perhaps we should. You should
she
take
walks
him.
over to you, then holding the blade kind of closer to you.
He should stand trial for his crimes, don't you think?
That's exactly what he's doing. And I grab the sword.
I have a proposition.
Ada has left go,
I have a proposition.
and she's holding his shoulders.
Yes. Jingles, be the voice of reason.
Killing a man in a defenseless man in cold blood
Yes.
is one thing. I certainly believe that this man has committed some horrible crimes and deserve whatever is coming to him, but let it not be by your hand while he is defenseless and in such a pitiful state right now. I say if he is going to die, let him at least be of some value.
The captain is looking at you.
And he has committed, think of how many crimes against how many societies he has committed. Does he not, do those societies do not, sorry, I can't do they not deserve a trial at least?
Boys are go.
I lean right into him and I
Do
go,
it.
you have nothing to say for yourself. Not one reason for why I shouldn't kill you where you stand.
Because that's just the world he grew up in.
I take the blade away from his neck, and I turn around and I walk away. I take a few steps, and then I turn around and I throw the
Yep.
poison dart into his neck.
Yep, do it. Okay, alright.
He takes it out, throws it on the ground.
Now you have time to think of exactly what you've done.
Did nothing, boy. He just slouches down and sits down, and he takes like a cloth out from his pocket and starts to dab at his wound. He's bleeding, but it's not a grievous wound.
The poison
The
didn't.
poison has worn away.
That's what. Okay. I say, Donash, if you want this man to face justice, if you want this man to pay for his crimes, let him at least be
Roll a
of use
perception
to
check.
us.
You two.
Natural
Have him
20.
go first.
You see him grab the dart slightly.
19.
You both see him kind of reach for the dart. He's kind of. It's disappeared from your vision, but he has.
Oh, okay, so it was. We didn't have enough time to react to it.
Well,
I'm
it's in his position currently.
Jingles.
You have broken. Yes.
I do.
I say he's fighting.
Don't get near him yet. He has the dart now.
He throws it.
Apparently doesn't do anything. It's fine with that.
It can be quite uncomfortable, I imagine, depending on where you stick it, though. So, I would like to go.
Try me, boy. I've had worse. And you see,
I was-
I
his
kick
full-
him in the face. not to knock him out, but just to
Roll
give
to
like.
attack.
Okay.
Just lasso him. Trixie, keep looking around the altar. She's
14.
uninterested in the conversation.
Natural
She would
14.
like to continue to investigate.
That does not hit. He kind of.
Oh, it's natural, so plus
Oh.
4, 18.
Okay. Yeah. He falls to the ground. Kind
Get
of,
up.
Can I
You're
lasso-
leading the way.
Can I lasso him?
What?
Can I lasso him?
A lasso? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
yes. Yeah.
Do you have one?
I just have a rope. I'll just make
That's
like a
awesome.
little swing.
Yeah, do it.
I believe you all have
Yeah, no, I
50
have
feet
like
of
a-
rope
yeah, like
through
a
your
rope.
adventurers.
Yeah, freaking do it. Yeah, I am
Don't
all
actually
for that.
have an extra
I-
50.
Keep
because
him on
of
a
the
leash.
grapple.
Right, exactly. So what do I have to roll for that?
Go ahead and just roll a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
your dexterity plus.
11?
Okay. You bound him up, and you think it'll hold for a while.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to really give a shit right now. He's very defeated and doesn't really want to cooperate, but
Alright guys, well we'll just like drag him around for a bit and then we can leave him on the island.
Ada, you notice, is looking into the skull, kind of just watching, looking around. She takes a little bit, like a small little dagger, and she begins to kind of poke around.
I'm gonna look around the room to see if there are any other of those, like any more spells.
She casts a spell. I think we're good here. She grabs the skull. She pulls it. And you see a shaft behind.
Trixie rolls her eyes again.
You can see that you can feel the tension in the room as she did that. All right.
Belaina, lead the way.
He's
And
not
I,
moving.
and I shove him with my foot.
You see him move just enough from the shove, but he doesn't do anything.
I kick him harder. Much harder.
You still kick him, and he's still kind of there. Ando now has grabbed both of his shoulders and almost lifting him up. Is kind of like walking with him, like nope. It's almost like a marionette kind of style, and has just grappled onto him. And
Yeah.
We should be careful. It looks like the others that went ahead of us did not get this far, so the rest of the traps will still be set.
New territory.
Right.
So we can use the captain as bait.
speaking
Well,
of,
but if Ando is holding on to him, we don't want Ando.
Right.
you see
Yeah,
Randall
toss
walk
him.
up to Ada, and may I see the map? She unfurls it. She kind of motions over to you. Do you have the orb? Do you know it?
I do.
Bring it over.
And I will. Come on, salute.
The map! It's
okay.
ruined!
I'll come on over and I will grab the orb.
Okay. You can see Randall kind of like look at both of you. He does a motion and begins to kind of like mutter under his breath.
Do I recognize it?
You're not entirely sure what it seems like it's a foreign. Do you know Abyssal? Okay. Does anyone here know Abyssal? Actually, you know what? Does Ada know Abyssal?
I know
don't-
Infernal. I like that.
It seems like it's a deeper magic.
They're two different languages.
It's similar. You can kind of hear
It's like Portuguese and Spanish.
a little, but you hear every now and then. It's like a word that sounds like it should have been something, and you're not entirely sure. It's more of like a reveal this to me kind of wording, and you're not entirely sure what exactly he said. But so the map once again begins to glow. It's his map this time. Amalthea, you notice that your where you have your map hidden away, it begins to glow as well.
Oh.
It seems to be a proximity spell. Anyway, he looks back and goes, "Ah, yes. According to my writing and my notes here, the acid pool is next."
See? It was a magic map. Just saying.
I have yet to decipher the code, but it is coming up. And you guys kind of wander a little bit further down into this dungeon. The water's still dripping on you every now and then. The mugginess of the air has kind of gone away a little bit. It's a little colder where you're currently at, and the walls are not as warped. They're a little rough. They have like the lava tube feel to it. Like you're kind of walking inside of the volcano's many passageways. And you guys eventually meet another hallway, now with warped stone, and you continue further straight. And you guys come across, sure as shit, an acid pool in front of you.
Perfect. We can leave the bastard to rot here.
Everyone go ahead and make your perception check, including Ada will make one as well.
24. 14.
Okay.
Guys, not the right dice.
That's it. Yeah, it is.
I yawned while everyone was doing it. No,
So apparently,
We're gonna have
so
a
wait,
lesson.
just
These
saying.
are
So
12.
that's the one
This is 20.
this whole time.
Have you been
I
rolling
thought
your
that the-
D12?
Well, not every time, but this is the one that we found in a cantrip candle, and I thought it was a D20 this whole time. So we still love you, cantrip candles, but you got me.
But has this not happened several times already?
Apparently it has.
Over the past
Don Ash?
weeks?
Yeah.
You rolled
Yeah, and I was.
and you rolled.
I'm re-rolling.
I was a 14.
Oh God, that's even worse. This is a natural one. Okay.
Amalthea, you're the only one that actually has noticed on the side of the wall there is this. All right, let me go ahead and hold it up first. There seems to be a series of triangles on the wall. A few of them are darkened in. A few of them are not.
Okay.
So this, let me go ahead and.
This looks like the old. This looks like the old school like PlayStation cheat code.
Yeah,
Like,
down,
left, right, up, down, up,
Konami
down.
code.
Grand Theft Auto, yeah.
I love
So,
how that you
this
got
is-
that and snorted into your own drink.
This is currently what the what you see, Amalthea. I'll give that
That's
to you.
martial laws special.
So, question.
This way up.
Just because I
No.
see it and they don't see it, and if I
You
draw there, I
spotted
take
it.
into
Yes.
it, then
Current.
I can see it too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Alright, folks. Some triangles
we'll
over
go
yonder.
ahead.
There's some triangles over yonder. Ooh, oh yeah, that's an acid
Come
pit, all
across
right.
the room there, and
Awesome.
there are sheer walls to the side with every now and then there are pillars that have been kind of worked into the stone. Yep, I think that's unfortunate because of the.
There's some texture underneath.
It's a cave floor. Makes sense. And then even.
Put that a little further if you could.
There.
Oh no, all the way back towards the right there. Right there or so. Yep. We'll put those there. And yep, of course. So we can go ahead and adjust it.
Yeah.
You guys can help me here.
My arms are too short.
Okay, all right.
Oh, interesting. There we go. All right. You can rotate that too.
Rotate.
Done.
Do you rotate? You rotate. Do you? Sorry if you guys, you're getting like the special.
Start throwing up.
That's our whole table.
Yeah, hang on.
So just like that. So you guys are now in this room. With your perception check, Amelthea, you also notice that the ground below you. What?
I was gonna say, yeah, for whatever reason, it's like shifted over.
Oh,
That's fine.
That's what it is. All right.
That's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
You can deal with it.
Not bad.
Yeah. All right, hang on. We're figuring out some.
So, you guys notice with your check also, you notice that there are
large colored mosaic tiles. Black, white, black, white, black.
Okay.
With your check as well, you notice that there are 2 little tiny foot-shaped indentations in this one.
I think if we push it that way, I think she's
No,
actually
it-
going to fix the image right now. Yeah. She's
So,
gonna go fix the image.
You guys are here? You guys are all huddled in the entrance. I'll go ahead and move Ondo right there.
Yeah, Ando's just gonna
Chill
get
back
stuck.
there. So you guys have entered the room. Just gonna kind of huddle you guys all right there. Oh no, just
So
and
we've got 2 little
Donish. Just Donish. So I'm gonna put you back there. Okay, that's it. That'll be fine.
All right. So there's where you're currently located.
And the triangles are in the
No, just on the wall right next to you. So
Oh, like here.
Right here is where the depiction is.
Okay.
And you see the acid pool ahead of you.
now the acid looks like it's a little diluted because of the age of the acid itself. It's a little darker brownish. It's got a little weird crustiness to it. But it does. You can feel as you guys inhale in that general area. You can feel the causticness of the acid kind of burn your lungs a little bit. You think it's going to be a pretty bad.
I'm gonna take that piece of
Yeah.
fur that he gave me and just kind of wrap it around my face.
It doesn't seem to work at this point. It's that caustic.
Well, I'm gonna do that.
Can I?
Just in case.
Amalthea, you've
Yes.
you pointed this out, right?
Yes.
The triangles?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would like to try something, just because if I were the puzzle making type, and these guys apparently seem very good at it, I think I would like to do a little something like this, and I'd like to step forward and put my just jump right off it.
That's the way to.
Yeah, and that's the way Jingles ended. But yeah, I would like to put my both feet in the little footholes.
You guys all hear as white smoke rises, and you see a platform appear from underneath the acid itself, rise above. The little white steam kind of emanating off, and there is a mosaic tile appears. Blue, whites, and various different colors of that nature. It seems to be resistant to acid itself, and has now appeared. There's a little bit of white steam kind of coming off it, and you watch as there are little tiny channels in the mosaic work itself that are feeding the acid
Running the
out.
acid out. Okay, all right. I would like to turn to Amalthea. Not that I am expecting to need this, but would you mind just maybe grabbing the back of my robes?
Sure.
Thank you. And I would like to take a step onto that tile.
Okay, you step onto the tile.
What happens?
It's there. It's currently still there.
It exists.
Okay.
Do you think the tile moves? Triangles? Do you think we can manipulate it to move across?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Now that you're on the tile itself.
Wait, that's a cock die. That's a 14.
14. You look down beneath you, and the mosaic tile is somewhat even. There's a little bit of cracks on the surface or whatnot. But you notice that there are also 3 other placements for feet. One to your, I would say, just for simplicity's sake, to your north, east, and west.
All right, Amalthea, don't hold my tunic. Hold my hand. And I would like to kind of do hero style, wrist lock.
Clasp, right.
Yeah, clasp. And I would like to very gingerly, are the things in my line of sight, are those in my line of sight, or?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Go ahead. No. I mean, you saw them, but they're at an angle now, and it's
Hylene
gonna be hard to
can
read.
recite them too. She's saying right next to it.
Perfect. Okay.
Can I see the
The next.
You look back over there. You see both Ada and Randall looking at the thing.
All right.
I'm trying to decipher it.
So we have black and we have white,
Yes.
which probably means we have good and we have bad.
So the first one I'm
It could
assuming
have
you did
been
was
either
the black.
good or bad.
Well, it was the black one pointing forward.
If you see a couple over, there's a white one that is pointing. The first white one also points forward.
Okay. The
So-
next one is black that points to your left.
All right. So, I would like. Hold on tight.
Are you gonna drag me into this acid pool?
Does somebody want to hold Amalthea?
Can I hold on?
Helena, you want to
Can I
hold
hold on to her
Amalthea?
while still
Well,
being
I'm
able
just
to
saying,
see?
like, is this
I
thing
can
gonna
also
move?
go over and look at them.
Is the
I don't know if it's going to move
it
or
the
if it's
tile?
going to go down.
Because if the tile, because if the tile moves that way, you'll just.
Why don't
pull me
you
out.
borrow your
Donish.
floating?
Ondo
disc
kind of
and it
nudges
goes
you a little
down?
bit.
It doesn't work over. It has to be like a 5-foot elevation change, or else.
Add it to your counter.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at you.
Oh, it only covers 5 feet above the ground.
Add it to your
I'm
counter.
giving you the biggest death stare right now.
So,
Alright.
yeah. All right. So
I trust you, Jingles.
let's just try this because if my
You
theory
know,
is
we
right,
do have someone
thought you
who
were
is
under
no meaning to us that can potentially step on things that don't put other people in harm's way.
You can see those of you on close beyond Amalthea and Jingles. The pirate captain is kind of like growing his eyes wide.
Oh, Mr. Pirate Captain.
Yeah, we've got him on a rope.
Oh, you do have him on a rope.
And I yank it really hard. And then hand it over to James.
All right, my friend, you and I are going to get along real nicely. Okay.
So
Can
we'll
you
put.
swim?
Kick him in the back of the head.
Oh! Roll to attack.
Okay.
Roll with advantage. He doesn't see it coming.
So, Amalthea, where did you see these? Are these on the wall?
He's on
Yeah,
the wall right
20.
here.
But are there like,
I
is
mean,
there anything on
I
that?
didn't-
if it weren't for the fact that you're also
Okay.
partly
That was
holding onto him
like
as you kind of, he
So
would have
my-
fallen into the acid, but you kind of
There are. So we have the 2 foot
pull him back a little bit.
Hold your
At
tongue.
this
Then
point,
we
you
have
notice that
footholds
the
here,
knot is not
here, and
entirely
there. So
well.
they correspond to the
Well, I
arrow.
tightened up then.
So now it's going to be
roll,
a matter
roll
of
a sleight of hand.
the black could be either
Sleight of
it
hand.
Sleight of hand.
helps us get across or it kills us. The white could be. It's basically it's one or the
Six.
other. So my thought
You
is,
you can't really
with
see
the person on the
to
tower
Amalthea's tight
instead of
edge.
the-
You don't really see a way to tighten it
so
any
But
further.
if
he's going to
there's-
be our first guinea pig.
Footholds over here. Can we
Guys,
also
can
drop
someone
them
can someone fix this knot on our friend here? It seems to be a little loose. Oh, perfect. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
let her tighten it.
Roll with advantage because you have now
What am
3
I
knots.
rolling?
Brute
Go ahead
strength.
and roll a
Well, and then the
sleight of
knot.
hand.
And that's right.
He
And the
goes
book on that.
loop through, loop, swoop, and pull.
So there are also 2
Here's
there's
last.
two.
here. Just 2 there?
It's
9.
just 2. It's just
You
2
don't
going
seem to
forward, which is
be able
why
to figure out a way to tighten
the
it.
first white and the first
If
black
you move,
were
I
both
will
going
push you
forward.
into the
so
acid pools
it's
myself.
meant
seem
to
be
make
fighting
us wonder.
a lot.
Great.
But
So my
the
guess
knot is
Is
not.
if we make him step on the left one, it's going to drop and it's going to kill him.
Perfect.
But we can test it out. So, what you're going to do, Mr. Pirate Captain, is you are going to, and did we already get
Sure,
him
you
off
can
onto
move.
the
You can move
platform?
onto
Okay.
the platform.
All right. So, if you step on the left western footholds, they look like little footprints.
He's kind of already walking there.
Yeah.
Those of you who are holding onto the rope can see that he's actively shaking. Like
So
this.
if you step on those, something is going to happen. If you step on the ones to the north, something's going to happen. Which one you want to step on?
Are you still in the mosaic time?
Oh no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm holding on to the little thing, but
Perfect. So there's 3 footholds on the mosaic
On the
tile,
mosaic
and then
tile.
2.
just one where
just
the
one
black
where we're
tile
standing.
is. Correct.
So it's like our little footprints, and then his little.
So
Yeah.
there's just one on
So
here.
did we
Correct.
already do the forward?
And
I
there
did
are
the forward.
3
One,
on there.
2, 3.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So, like I said, Mr. Pirate Captain, you can either put your feet in the left one, or you can put your feet in the north one. And we don't really know what's going to happen, but I've got a lot of faith in you.
He actually, you can see him kind of look over to the wall, attempt to study it.
Consider this your trial.
Okay.
Just for now.
You without much hesitation, he looks at it and walks over. He puts his foot on the left-hand side.
Again, the same effect. A new tile has appeared.
Multiple now.
He's now currently here.
And are there 3 again on the new tile?
There seem to actually. You notice now there are 4 total, but there are the 3 that really matter at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
So then maybe each time the color ends is a new tile.
I love that you have that right there in front of you.
Or
You at home can play along.
or maybe each tile has a new arrow.
Yeah,
So
my
maybe they're
thought,
all good. All
my
bad.
thought is since he took the left one, right? He took the left one, so that was a black arrow.
Yes.
I think at least on there is a black
Right.
arrow. Okay, so yeah,
So
so
that was the first one. Boom, forward. And you get.
That's-
then
yeah.
this. I think that if
Great.
you step in this foothold, then the tile will appear there, and then there'll be another one, and then it'll go this way,
Show me your
and then
moves.
it'll go like.
Show me your move.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. So
Yeah.
Make him do it.
let's
So let's have him go on the next
Okay.
tile.
Yeah.
Just push him to where you want him to go.
Here. And then step like
On the
this
front?
way.
This is
Front.
The same effect. The white steam
On a roll.
and then the acid draining
So
out.
we'll have him go forward one and step on the front as well again. So he's gonna step here. And then now he'll have to go
I'm following
here.
him right behind him.
Okay,
Gonna
go ahead and
step-
put Don Ash's character up there. Who else is on the tiles currently?
I've got him by the rope. By the way.
Okay. Are you one complete mosaic tile behind him, or
Yeah,
are you
one
the same
complete.
one? Okay,
One complete one behind him.
got it.
Well, he's on my rope, so I should be like.
yeah. She's leading him, or he's leading her.
Okay.
So I'll step here to the right.
To the right. Okay.
2 hops this time.
And then to the right again.
Everybody.
And then forward. And then forward again. And then to the left. And then to the left.
It's just me making sound effects at this point.
And left to the left. And one more. And then forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then forward again. And then to the right. And then to the right.
Everyone else is following him, right?
Well, those two are.
Okay. That's what I meant. Are there people that are
You
hanging
guys
out?
Yeah.
follow
We're
too?
yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you made it past the
Yeah.
acid pools.
Let's go.
Let's find
This
out what's
was a
next,
nice
shall
little
we?
experiment.
Right,
I
pick
am
him forward.
impressed. So yeah, hop me across.
You see Ando kind of like, for those of you still behind, Helene, Ada, and I think everyone else has kind of made it across. You see he's kind of like visibly like, kind of tippy-toeing across.
Oh.
It's fine, Ando. It carried all of us. I'm sure you could carry yourself.
All right.
All right. Well done, our little guinea pig.
Woo.
Did good.
Let's all clap for the captain.
You're the only one.
Yeah, you throw like a little pebble at the back of his head.
Camille goes, woo!
Okay, you guys continue forward. The stone structure has changed somewhat. Now there are smoother walls and there are hieroglyphs inside. They seem to have depictions of various scenes. Whether or not you can really tell what they're about it's more abstract than anything. You do see pictures of dragons, but much like the hieroglyphs of Egypt, they are very crudely drawn, and it's hard to really tell what's going on. And
Well, I guess It's definitely what a dragon calls.
Do the hieroglyphs tell a story at all? Do we understand what they're trying to do?
Go ahead and make an investigation.
I'd like to make one too.
8.
You see every now and then
Investigative.
there are pictures of this dragon.
You're
and
actually
20.
Ooh, yeah.
the rest of you can see pictures of this dragon, and the cities that it is drawn next to are minuscule by scale. This thing is massive as you kind of continue walking down this hall. Eventually, Amalthi, you start to notice that they seem to kind of tell a story. They have one, much like a Catholic church with their different events that they have, I can't recall the window's name, but they have these stained glass windows and it shows a series of events for that specific event of the cross. It's the same thing. You have a panel of hieroglyphs of the dragon and various people beneath it, and then the next one over is that of those offering gifts to the dragon, and huge mountains of gold and items and stuff like that. You see a bunch of people worshiping this one entity in several rows on the next panel. The one beyond that is showing the deeds of this dragon, and it continues on as you kind of continue walking. And you're kind of taking note of one particular panel, or one like section of line. There are many all over, but you're just watching one in particular, and it kind of goes on and sequentially.
Right.
You're able to tell somewhat of the story, and you can, if you want, you can relay the information. It's just the dragon cult seems to have taken this entity, this dragon, for kind of like a god. And it was so large that they really didn't know what to do with something that huge, and they decided to pay homage to him, pay large amounts of gold and magical items you can imagine.
I also speak Draconic. Is there anything in the hieroglyphs or whatever that I can decipher?
Nothing draconic. Every now and then a name will pop up, and it is Egypthrax, which is the dragon's name.
Yep.
Every time the dragon itself is depicted on the motif, so you can assume that they associate that word in draconic towards the creature itself. You continue further on.
I relay all that.
Sure.
Cool story, bro.
The wolf
Definitely
your
tells us
wolf.
one of two things. Either A, there's definitely treasure here, or B, there's definitely a dragon here.
Yes. Yeah.
One of very much both.
So you guys continue forward more. The halls now are almost repetitive in their make. It goes deep into the mountain. You can actually kind of feel every now and then pockets of heat from the wall itself, where you think there might be some kind of heat source beyond the wall. And even still further on, walls have been breached by lava flows, but then they have been sealed up, and you're able to maneuver around them as the corridor that you're walking is about 10 feet wide. And
Ada still keeping that map?
she's doing her best. She's kind of like doing a crude, like a napkin, a Denny's napkin drawing.
that's
Yeah.
Randall, is there any more traps that we should know about coming forward?
Where's the paper? And you can tell he's actually been writing notes as they kind of continue on. There seems to be somewhat of a... And he kind of like starts to kind of crudely draw again on Ada's map. And he reveals the next section, where you see a few labyrinthine type of corridors and then a large circular room. And he goes, I think this, and he kind of points to the area of the circular room there, a large one, comparably to the corridors. I think this is where it was worshipped the most. The coven or the cult has gone down into this section and has offered it various sacrifices and gold, other gifts.
So would it be safe to assume that there are the most traps coming ahead?
I don't think so. Be on alert, of course, but nothing beyond what he's kind of shown you. nothing beyond what I've drawn here seems to indicate that the innermost sanctum is a temple. You must understand. So, I think the worst is behind us, to be honest.
Does this satiate your appetite for lore?
Go ahead and make it for perception check.
17.
He seems a little bit higher spirits than he was when he first entered. First of all, he is freed from his binds and the gag that you have placed into him. Well, I mean, he put the large amount of cloth into his mouth.
Sure.
Not just around it.
Right.
Shoved it into a ball.
Right. Now, his wrists are still bound.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. That's
Correct.
Don't trust that guy.
And I'm going to go ahead and say that you bound his entire arms.
I want to make sure. I know what it takes to cast most somatic spells,
Sure.
and I want to make sure he can't do
Sure.
that. Yeah.
So you guys continue a little further, and there seems to be now a large doorway that is different from the other quarters that you've been walking around. That's where we'll take a break.
Ooh, all right. We got something special.
Oh, we do. Everyone
Extra
in chat.
special.
I almost don't want to let this go because it's one of a kind.
Yep, sorry. Giveaway's canceled.
So be active in chat just for no reason. No,
Yeah.
all right. I will give this away. Again, it's a one of a kind item. Oh man, I feel
It is
close attached.
pretty.
He did toil over it.
Yep, we're be active in chat. The admin in chat will go ahead and pick your name out at random according to the rules that are posted by California law. They're somewhere, I'm sure.
California. Oh my god.
California, yeah. So again, void were prohibited, all that mumbo jumbo. That is what we have to adhere to now too. So anyway, again, be active in chat, and you may win this Damascus D6.
It's real pretty, guys.
We'll see you in a
It's
little
full
bit.
of luck.
All right.
Oh. Hey guys, welcome to Tremahia. We have a winner in chat. Nyalana, you win.
The big one!
So, congratulations.
Congratulations.
It's funny because I actually have to make an order for her. So I'm going to be adding this to the order. So, congratulations. You're one lucky gal.
Yeah, special order.
Yep. So, cool. Awesome. Let's dive right back in.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh,
The-
my gosh, the
Our-
map changed.
Our intrepid adventurers has continued walking down the deep parts of this dungeon, of this temple. Now that has been revealed by that was a nice note. By Randall and Ada with the help of Jingles. You guys continue on forward. The heat gets a little bit more intense as you kind of continue down the halls here. You guys eventually walk down more steps leading up to an open room, and this is different from the other areas before it. Still laden with the same hieroglyphs all over the walls and the ceilings itself. Smooth stone, beige in color, and you find yourselves in a more open area. The air is, even though stagnant, is a little bit more breathable. You're able to take a moment and just kind of take in the coldness of the air around you. Sorry, the crispness of just the general oxygen.
Is there a draft?
There doesn't appear to be a drought.
I learned it from Amalthea. Yeah. So what are we looking at right now? Are we seeing anything extra special that Don
Where
Ash would
are
not?
You should squeeze this way.
This is why Don Ash wears a blindfold, because if he didn't, he'd see everything. There we go. Thank you, Don Ash.
You're welcome.
Everyone make perception checks.
Oh nope.
21.
Not that dice.
15.
Ada will make hers too. 15, 17,
21.
21, 17. No. Okay. The three of you, Hylene, Amalthea, and Jingles, you get your bearings from the lights that you're kind of moving around and whatnot. And also, Randall, did you have yours cast or no?
Sorry?
Your lights, dancing light. No. Okay. So the lowly dim light that you're casting now, you can see up to the ceiling at this point has gone a lot taller. You're probably around 40 feet now. Just below the stairs, just ahead of you, the ceiling gets even taller, to about 60 feet, and the stairs descend down about 5 feet or so. Another open room ahead of you, and then you notice, the three of you notice, that there is a hallway to the left, and a hall straight ahead of you.
Sorry, we're
I start.
You guys are coming from this area right here. You've made your way down to this open room here, and down further still to this open area right here. There is a hall ahead of you, and a hall to your right. An opening to your right.
Right.
This one.
Correct. Right, to your left, sorry. Ahead of you, and then over to your left.
Can we see into the hallway ahead of us? Like, can we see like what is in there?
Yeah, it's gonna be Belaina. I kick him in. I'm serious. I kick his ass in.
As you do so, you guys are looking at the walls now. Ahead of you, the walls are dark. They're porous. They are pretty much now pure basalt. This whole thing was carved out of a lava flow at some point. And going further, everything is kind of roughly hewn and also very jagged. There are a few small obsidian points sticking out of the rock face, as the walls themselves have an undulating effect walking forward. You guys don't see anything beyond necessarily that catches your eye, but it's just a small opening to an open area.
Keep walking.
I would actually like to just kind of poke my head around this corner and do an investigation check.
Okay, make an investigation check.
3. 3.
3. You look down the hall. It's dark. None of the dancing lights or the lights in general are in that area, so you can't really see much. You know that it continues forward, but you can't see anything
I'm
beyond
just
that.
gonna file that in the back of my mind and continue with the rest of the party.
Okay. So you kick Belaina a little bit further, and you're right behind him, and you notice that this room opens up. What you can feel beyond Belaina is just an open area. There are stairs descending down, about 7 or so. And
Come on, it seems to be safe. Belaina has made sure of that for us. And so we keep going in.
All right, you guys enter now this chamber here. The majority, I want to say maybe about 50% now. You guys notice a large circular room. In the center is a well, filled to the brim with water. It's very still. There are 4 pillars in the center, just about 10 feet away from the well itself. The room is close to about, what was it, 70 feet?
Fucking gargantuan.
70 feet or so.
His head's attached now.
You guys notice now there are empty braziers to the furthest walls, to your left
No
and to your
fires.
right. No fires.
Got it.
Empty braziers.
Empty
And-
braziers, 70-foot pillars, and
then you notice a table with a old tome on it. There are several old scrolls on the table.
Old scrolls for old
Scrolls.
Okay.
I will too,
I-
because I'd like to check them out.
I would like to walk over here to where this like open cavern is.
Oh, so you guys, as you guys enter further, you notice
Oh, no.
a large
Oh my
so
god.
cool.
That's
skull
really...
of a deceased dragon. It is massive. As you guys now start to,
Will that fit in our set?
upon seeing the tip of it, you shine your light over it, and it is probably a good 40 feet in length.
Out of game? Where the hell did you get that? That's awesome.
It is a aquarium piece that I've added to.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. Okay,
I hope I
alright.
can return it. We'll see.
That is really cool. Alright.
Well, Randall, there's your dragon.
I knew that. I told you it was dead.
Fair enough.
Now we must. He's looking over at the table there, and you guys have already wandered over.
Okay, well,
Have you wandered?
I,
Who was
okay,
wandered over?
Me and Trixie.
You and Trixie.
so
Okay,
far.
great. Highland 8, go and give me her. You had made your way over here, and you are face to face with a huge dragon
Going over
skull.
to the dragon skull.
Okay.
I'm drunk.
Oh, he's faint.
oh my god.
Are you guys
I'm-
currently where you're at right now?
Yes,
Yes.
I am now with Belaina at the edge of the pool,
I would like to.
but behind him,
I would
obviously.
like to use my divine sense charge
Mm-hmm.
just to see if there's any either fiend or fae or undead
Okay.
within 60 feet.
You do not feel any fiend or undead or fae. Donish, go ahead and make a perception check.
Nope. 6.
Okay. You have Captain Belaina ahead of you. It's quiet in this tomb. You can hear it echo as you guys kind of make your steps and you two make your way over to the table. You're looking down. The old tome ahead of you, also very moldy and very, very poor quality.
So my charge is not faded so much.
Understood.
Just for the record.
I grab Belaina. Does he have hair? He has a skullet.
He's a skullet.
I grab him by his skullet and I jerk his head over the pool, and I say, "What do you see?"
He looks over into the pool. You can feel the pool. It's very still. In fact, as you kind of like lean towards it, the air that you displaced causes a very slight ripple. It's dark in there.
Well, tell me what you feel then, and I shove him in.
Oh boy.
The amount of water that he displaces also goes on the ground.
Well,
Does it come back
He
up?
He has not come up. The water begins to lower a little bit, and
What did you do?
Oh my!
In its place is a giant water elemental.
So
Everyone roll initiative.
as that happened, I go 6 to 3, and I run away.
I didn't have time to read the book. Oh no!
Ooh, Ada rolled a natural
15.
8.
There are a lot of 8s. You got an 8 too. Who else got an 8? You.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought one other person. I thought I heard somebody else get an 8. We just like to let other people do the stupid stuff first.
I should be doing the stupid stuff first.
Right. Ando and
Life of
Ada
a
have
tank.
rolled 20 and up. Alright, 15 and up. 15 and up. 15 exactly. And no, alright. 10 up. 12. And 5 up.
That's not 8.
Okay,
Me
go,
too.
I've got a
It's
slightly
dexterity,
higher
right?
dexterity.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, you've got a much higher.
I have to have a higher dexterity because she's negative.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Ando
I
will
always
go.
lose that one.
Ando will go just ahead of you. And, 4. Whimpers Trixie.
That's okay. We're
I
protected
don't
Lady
think
Altrisha.
that anyone would do anything that stupid, so I was expecting an elemental. What is
That's
an
what it is.
elemental?
We're here now.
What-
Welcome.
What is an elemental?
An elemental. So a elemental,
Essentially.
essentially, so you have the 4 elements, right? You have fire, earth, air, and water. These constructs, they are formed by magic. No. Please, God, no. They are formed by magic, and they basically take the shape of their specific elements. So in this case, the water elemental has been hiding, waiting for something to kind of trigger it. Dunking a pirate captain is a very good trigger, and has now displaced a great amount of water. You watch this thing tower just above Ando's height, and that is substantial. Ando's about 12 feet tall. This thing is probably 14.
So is it like made of water?
It is completely made of water.
That's what we're gonna have to figure out.
Is perception, that's an initiative? Perception checks?
Is perception an initiative?
No, like to know, can I make a perception check now, or do I have to wait till my
You have to wait till you're close up. So let me do another roll here.
Can it leave
Oh,
its
You are dead.
elements?
Oh, got it.
What do you mean? Can it leave its
Like, can it leave the well?
So actually,
Drink the water, quick! Just
the
drink it.
water elemental does go first, and you see it go. You can kind of barely see a dark form in between as it's kind of moving around. Donash, you're right in front of it. It's going to crash down with its watery face.
It's okay, I need a bath. Wait, you said there's I could
Oh,
feel a dark...
natural 20.
Oh!
No, I said... Guys, it's okay. I've got natural armor. It's
Natural.
He's like Rocky. He blocks the punches with his face.
Do I get a reaction? When do we start getting a reaction?
When, so for instance, if it's
Yeah, your reaction is...
if the creature moves away from you, that you can take a reaction and hit it as a attack of opportunity. There are other
Yeah, that's
reactions
okay.
that you can do too, like Donash has the ability to catch an arrow.
Well, I
and turn it back to
can protect. But
you are nowhere near.
Yeah, it's okay, let it happen.
All right.
It's
You
okay.
take.
We've got some, what, sweat root?
No, it's gone. I gave it to Randall.
That was the only one?
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as this massive amount of water crashes. Boom. Sorry, no, I'm sorry. No, you don't take. You take 22 points of damage
Great.
oh shit!
because it critted on you. And you are. No, this is a slime, so you're fine. The creature inside, you can see him struggling now. He seems to be kind of almost out of breath. It's the parrot captain that you shoved in there.
Okay.
Oh,
well.
right. It is Ada's turn. She's gonna immediately go. oh shit! And begin to kind of play a song.
Play a guitar. You're getting killed. Let me play
Through
your
the fires
song.
and flames, just like
Let me play the
start
song of my
shredding.
people. And she's going to cast Eldritch Blast on it. Initially finding out what it's about.
Man, you're really not that special, are you, Trix?
She's actually kind of very flustered about this whole thing just appearing out of nowhere, and her bolt flies wayward, hitting the ceiling. It is Donish's turn. This thing has now pummeled you substantially with the amount of water.
I take my grappling hook
Okay.
and I just fucking throw it in, and I use the electrical damage.
Okay.
Charged inside it.
Make an attack roll with it. It's you don't have proficiency with it, so just make an.
Oh, I have my dagger still as electrical. The lightning.
You're gonna throw your dagger then?
Yeah, that too.
Okay. Throw your dagger.
I feel like it's so good. 17.
17. That will hit.
It hit hard, apparently.
I got it.
Almost tore my book in half. Wow. All right. You throw roll damage. You hit.
Okay, so that is a D4 plus D8. D10 or D8? It's D10.
It is D4 plus D10. Right. Your dagger, right?
Right. That is an 8.
Okay. You deal 8. How much is that? It doesn't matter. But
3, 5 always works.
Okay, so 8 damage.
And then I would like to key point spend patient or disengage.
Patient defense, you mean?
No, can I disengage and then
You
like
can-
move away?
Oh, yeah. You can go ahead and you may do so. How far do you want to?
Over towards Ondo.
Okay.
Actually, no, what? Over towards Ada.
All right. Cool. You make it right there, right next to her.
Right.
Currently, the Camille the wolf is also right next to you.
So I can disengage and move with a bonus, just making sure that's legal.
So you hit. Oh no, yeah, you hit and you disengage. Correct. So that was a bonus.
Keep
action.
one or no?
That was good.
Okay.
All right.
And then
it
as
is-
I'm next to Ada, I just go. Do you have anything?
In a moment, yes. It's not her turn. She just went.
I know.
Amalthea, it is your turn.
This is the best part.
You see, as you behind you, as you're looking over the scrolls and the tome.
Yeah, Amber brings up a good point. Is the disengage and flurry of blows combo a drunken master move?
Yes, he did not use Fury of Blows.
Wouldn't
Okay.
it be a thing when
It would.
you just don't hit him?
Yeah, no, I just kind of want to get the hell out of
Okay.
Okay.
there.
All right. Yeah, it's a fair point. Amalthea, you're up.
It was kind of, I imagine like
Turn around and this giant form of water
I don't
now
have like,
appeared.
I have 2
You
health.
see it.
I don't want to be like,
pummeled on
yeah,
edge.
you know.
That's fair.
Get a dart thrown inside and kind of mix up into it. You see a small little spark, but it seems has done not a whole lot of damage.
Well, I'm gonna try and also an arrow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, natural 20.
Yeah, girl.
All right.
So, okay, so quick question.
Mhm.
Good. Is the longbow, I can still do the longbow even on close. Does that matter?
You're not within melee distance, so you're gonna be fine. Anywhere on this map, if you're not within melee distance of the creature, which you no, I'll just say yeah, you're gonna be fine. I'll just say that.
And so, I still have like lightning arrows left, right?
You do. Have you been counting them? I think you might have used 2 of them.
Yeah, I just took 2 off.
Okay,
so I'm
then
gonna-
that's exactly.
So
I was
then
gonna
this
say,
one,
yeah,
it's
arrows
a
are a
D10,
good
right, the
idea.
lightning?
Correct. Added to it. So, and you're gonna double the dice. So whatever that is, you can either.
Double it?
Yeah.
Including the lightning damage or just the...
Dice roll. It is.
Okay, so 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 6 is 18, and then double?
6 is a light.
But just you roll it. You roll it.
No, it's just double
It's
dice.
just double?
You can. I think it depends on who's doing it, but you can do either. I think it depends on who's DMing.
Your arrows are not necessarily magical, but the lightning does enough. Okay, so you do. How much of that was piercing damage? Can you remember? 12. Okay. and then the rest was.
Lightning.
How much was that total?
So
Because it was
18
doubled.
altogether.
18 total altogether.
Yeah, so
And
the
you
6
double
was the-
that minus 12 essentially.
No, that was just the
Carry
one
the
roll.
7.
That was so it was so the lightning lightning damage was a 6, and then the other one is 1d8 plus 4, so that was 8 plus 4 is 12.
12.
That's regular. That's not double
Okay,
yet.
that okay.
So
you
there we
think
go.
the lightning does its damage? The arrow doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot of damage. It has some kind of
But will
magical
that, do we
resistance.
double that?
You do, yes. So
So the lightning would be 12,
12,
and then the rest would be
and
24.
12. Yes.
That's a lot of damage.
But yes. You, even though you don't think that you're just kind of aiming. Now, it doesn't have any organs per se, but you're able to just hit it right in a headshot, and you think it should have done a lot more damage than it did. It did some decent damage, considering it was just a regular crit. But yeah,
Do we all notice that? That it
you,
doesn't appear to
yeah, the arrow sticks inside of it and just kind of floats around in there for a moment. It pierces the other side. It does its flash and it can just floats there for a moment. Ando's turn. You can see a fear go over his eyes, but he seals himself and just rushes over. Go ahead and move him to base-to-base contact with him. He's going to make an attack.
Just like ram, checks him.
Yeah.
Just forehead to forehead.
Like the pre-boxing match,
Yeah.
like the face-offs, yeah.
Yeah.
Drink him, Ando.
Chug.
You can do it, Ando.
Ando does 5 points of damage. Again, you see him hit him. Water splashes everywhere. It doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot of damage though. It is now Jingle's turn. Dringle.
Dringles. Apparently we're gonna drink them up. All right.
Dringles.
So that just scared the daylights out of me. So I am going to immediately rush around the other side of Highland A. There you go.
terrible. Are you using it as a shield?
I am not using her as a shield. I am merely getting a better vantage point against my enemy.
For a few seconds until I run.
And I think that's just enough for me. The elemental, it is a creature of magic. It's like it is a magical construct, right?
Yes,
So
large elemental.
okay. The brazier next to me is not lit.
It is
Right.
currently not lit.
Oh, we can make this late.
I'm about to light this party up.
Just be careful because we're dealing with elementals.
There's another fire when it comes out.
All right, so this could either be really good or really bad, or it could do nothing.
Well, Trixie's next to a book, so.
So yeah, so you'll
An
tell me
animation reading.
in like a second, because I'm gonna do it now. I would like to use Firebolt,
Okay.
and I'd like to do it from like point blank range. I'll run around right next to the brazier. I like to kind of put my hand down on the surface, and I would like to ignite
You
it.
look down. The reagents as part of this brazier look a little, first of all, damp, and then not complete. Like it was just burnt.
All right, Plan B. I'm gonna go hide behind the dragon skull.
Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna be right there.
You get up near this thing and you notice this thing is really old to the point where like there are worms that have eaten most of it.
Oh, I should have asked. There are no worms I see though, right?
You don't see it.
Oh, okay.
Is it still like structurally intact though?
For the most part, yeah. There are teeth that are missing and yeah,
Okay.
but for the most part, it's still there.
Okay. So I'm gonna hang out there, and I am going to see if I can just peer inside. Do I have any way to look inside
Aside
from where I
you
am?
have the brass balls are emanating lights. Go ahead and roll a investigation.
Excellent. All right. So, man, I'm rolling a lot of those. That is a 9 plus 2. That's only an 11.
11.
Yeah, we're not in Contessa anymore, right?
You peer inside. It's dark. You can't really see beyond like the third row of teeth. And
Oh, I gotta get him. Okay. All right. I'll keep my eye on the elemental.
okay. All right. Your turn is up. Helene. Here we go.
I'm going to set down my shield and take out my greatsword.
Oh.
You hear a clatter as her shield goes. King, 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 king.
I didn't throw it.
It still makes a rocking noise in this echo.
Small clatter.
Sensual clatter.
Small
Alright, and I am going to run up and attempt to hit it.
Go for it.
Please be nice to the dice. That is
Got
with
real
my
calm in
modifier 22.
Oh, God! It's still alive!
22?
22.
22 will hit.
Okay. So my sword still has lightning.
Correct.
Can I use the lightning and divine smite at the same time?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, yeah.
you
The lightning will go off once you
Alright.
hit. So, yes, it'll go off and you can add to it
I'm
whatever
gonna
you
do
want.
Oh
my
my
great
God.
sword damage first.
Please smite.
Okay.
Crit on lightning
Smite,
and smite.
almighty
damage.
smite.
Just
Now-
crit everything.
Your smite will do magic damage. Your sword itself is not magical, correct?
No, but I
Right.
get 2d6 plus 4 with it, so
Okay.
I'm gonna roll that first. So that's 2. 7 plus 4 is 11.
11 non-magical? Or is-
Non-magical, yeah. Okay, so I'm just doing a first level spell slot, so that is 2d8.
Okay.
That's 8. And 7, so that's
roll
15.
high in this dope shirt.
So that's 15 for my divine smite, and then
15.
the lightning is 1d10, right? Okay. And that is 4.
For
For lightning.
language. Okay. Yeah. Alright. You watch her just charge up this large brigade of Tarth characters. Her footfall is actually echoing through that chamber. You can hear it above the water elemental swirling, and she goes and cleaves it. Her sword continues all the way through. You see as it goes in though, a flash of white light and
Pirates.
water splashes on the ground. That's a good point.
That's right. Yeah, you just hear it.
He's not.
Actually,
He's gotta be already like drowned.
No, I mean it's 6 seconds have only gone by.
Yeah.
Roll another d20. It's a regular d20.
Well-
Don't add any modifiers.
What about all over lightning though?
14.
14. There is a small red cloud kind of forming around the center of this dark area.
I didn't mean to kill him. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Justice and
I don't
good.
really think you did. I mean, like we've hit him with so much lightning at this point. He's gotta have like been
Oh,
electrocuted
he's
3-4
gonna
times.
have he's gonna have some problems when he comes
I mean, I'm happy with this. Like by all means, I'm just saying, like don't take all the blame.
Not all of it, just
You,
some of it.
Right.
you can still see movement from him. He's trying to struggle. He's trying to get out.
Okay.
It is now Trixie's turn.
Yay! Okay, can I spend my action looking through the scrolls? Okay, well, first of all, do any of the scrolls still have writing, or do they all look completely?
They have writing on them. It's the ink has kind of spread a little bit. There, and it's also been wormy. So the scrolls themselves look maybe about 30% complete in general. There is an old dusty tome that has been also water damaged.
Okay, so nothing is really going to be.
Nothing that you can see right now.
Okay. Then, would she be able to hop in the skulls? Is that like a hole that she can just jump into?
How large is that skulls?
And Alice
gotta
goes
be
down the rabbit hole.
It's fucking.
You're talking about this one?
Oh yeah, like that one or that one.
You know what?
She's little.
Okay, let's see. What is your movement? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get up there, or you can use your full move.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then I've got 10 left to hop in.
No, okay, so you're here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it gets, you take 10 to get up here. So that's 5, 6. You're right here right now.
But I can't get in.
You're just on the very, very edge.
Okay, then instead I'm gonna just slip under so I can hide behind.
Okay,
Okay,
intimidate
you can do
him by
that.
going,
Okay,
I'm
but I'm not
alive
gonna- yeah,
again. She's just like moving them out.
Go away.
Exactly what I'm gonna do.
Be done.
I'm thirsty. Come into
That's
my
the
mouth.
voice of the dragon right there.
It's just a teeny tiny mouth here just projecting out. Or not.
Pay no attention to the man behind.
And then she's going to If someone were watching really close, you would see her look at Ada first and then cast an Eldritch Blast.
Ada's just getting so much
Natural
hate.
18, so it's like...
Ada doesn't even notice it.
It's all the ladies.
That's fine, it still happened.
Except, yeah, I was gonna say, Highlander doesn't have a beef with Ada yet, I don't think, right?
8
nothing.
points of magic damage.
8 points of magic
If
damage.
Ada
And then
decides
she's
to
going to
destroy
bonus
civilization,
action
yes, I will
hide.
have a beef with her, but not-
Behind the
it's
pole.
gonna take. It takes a
Pretty
lot.
high bar.
That's a pretty, yeah.
It takes a lot.
And
Okay.
I stealth with natural 19, so 27.
And the dark magic kind of fades away, almost like an inky drop of water and disperses.
From Jingle's vantage point, it looks like an Eldritch Blast just
Came
shoots out of the dragon's nose.
Right.
Oh, oh God! Yeah, you've got to be terrified.
Yeah, I want none of this!
Let me see from your vantage point. Oh yeah, it's straight up. It looks like it came from his mouth. From your
Yeah,
vantage
just
point.
literally.
All right.
And she hit it.
It is now back to the water elemental's turn.
Yeah.
The water elemental is going to turn now and face you, Hylene.
Knocking over some pillars.
I mean, yeah. Actually, yeah.
Gonna crash down once again.
It's funny, the elemental looks like he's winding up for a punch. It's like, what?
Okay. 17.
It hits.
It hits.
Gotta make sure.
Okay. All right. So it's going to do. It's for 18 damage to you. Make a DC 15 strength saving throw. Or just roll a strength saving throw. You have to make
Is that D20?
Yeah.
D20.
Is it really cocked? Should I roll again? Alright, I'll roll again because it was cocked.
It was like 10.
11!
11.
Doesn't make it much.
You don't make it.
What's your strength? What's your strength?
The amount
Wait,
of.
do I do a strength modifier with
It
that?
was a strength one.
Oh, okay, well, okay, then 15.
You barely make it. The water goes in circles around you, but you almost feel like it's almost trying to grab you and pull you in. You break out, just barely. It forms back to itself again. The pirate captain is going to try to break free. Nope. Alright. It is Ada's turn. Ada sees you in a really painful predicament and is going to cast.
He's gonna start playing a guitar again.
Yeah.
You should know what's
That you're in pain.
Wanna take your mind off the pain anyway.
He's going to cast Cure Wounds at a second level.
She can do everything.
Yeah.
What a barb.
What a bard. I thought you said
Okay.
No, that's
You
right.
get 18 points of damage back.
damn it. Oh, I was like, she just killed me.
You take. You heal 18 points. It's revitalizing. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like back up.
That was a big one.
And then I just go.
So let me.
Excuse me.
It has used on second level. Okay. And it is now. Donash, your turn.
Grappling hook.
Thank you.
She's going to give Bardic Inspiration, first of all, to Hylene. Bardic Inspiration. So you take a D8 and just hold that off the side whenever you roll a D20 for whatever roll it is. Before you know the outcome, that's when you roll.
She only gives Bardic Inspiration to boys.
So I can do that to, for attack.
Oh!
I can use it.
No, you can use it for
I
attack.
thought-
Anytime you roll a
I thought you gave it to
D20
Donna.
for a saving throw, for even no, not really. I guess
Sorry, I
you
was
use it for
drinking.
And it's
attack.
any D20 roll.
Any
right?
D20 roll, correct?
You can add to it.
I'll probably she's in more danger.
Nice.
You
So
can't use it for damage.
Oh.
You have to use it for every D20 roll.
Yes.
All right, Donash.
at this point, I am going to. Okay. I'm going to climb up Ondo's back.
Yes.
Okay.
need to meet my
Roll
quota
a
today.
Yes.
acrobatics.
Okay. I'm also gonna let him know. I'm gonna tell him like, Ondo, ready yourself. I'm climbing you.
He's still kind of doing the little like bob and weave thing from.
Jesus Christ. Is that advantage because he's like getting ready? Okay, great. Well, that will be a 6.
So you go to try to climb, and he's still bobbing and weaving. The amount of water that's kind of around him, it seems to be drowning out any kind of noise. You heard Ada scream, Trixie and Ella, just a little bit of a cacophony of just voices. He doesn't really notice you try, and so you try, you grab onto his back, and you slip down, falling down on the ground, prone.
Okay, great. Come on. Is that it?
That was your action. You can use half your movement to get up, correct?
Oh, okay. Then I get up.
Okay. Yeah.
And I
Get up in a cool fashion.
Right. Yeah. No. I just. Yeah.
The floors are kind of slick now because of the water all sloshing around.
I get up and I go. Ada, do you have any help with this? Can you do something?
She
Right.
kind of gives you a. You're on your own there.
I mean, yeah. I just get up. I don't do shit.
Okay. I'm Althea.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm basically gonna do the same thing again.
You have your wolf also over off to the other side
Yeah,
there.
he's
Is
not-
no one
he's-
reading the book?
Okay.
He'll be dead.
So apparently, there's
sorry.
nothing really in the book. It seems.
You can burn it.
That's my plan, but I don't.
23.
Well, because that
23
thing
will hit.
is missing
And I'm going
kindling.
to simultaneously, if I may, with my bonus action,
Sure.
do Hunter's Mark.
You may do so.
But I don't know if I actually saw the book yet. So as soon as I see the book,
So
saw the
that
dragon
means
come alive.
that's right. I'm getting the hell away from that
Yeah.
thing.
I'm doing a D10 lightning, a D8.
Shit, it's pretty scary.
Hunter's marked.
I'm doing this, yes, and then the D6 for the Hunter's Mark.
Are you using your bow again? You're using your bow? again?
Yes.
Okay. The new arrow.
Oh, shit.
Now used 4.
Okay, so that's a 10 for the
Lightning
lightning.
10 for lightning.
It's a 7 plus 4, 11 for the regular longbow.
Okay.
And then the
11.
Hunter's Mark damage is a 5.
That's right. Okay. All right. Okay. Its form is kind of like wavery now. It seems to not have its pure construct, like its figure form. You know, it's something about it that seems to be kind of like, well, it's heavily damaged now. Just leave it at that.
Scientific terms.
Yeah, all right. Okay, it is now Ondo's turn. So he just barely feels you kind of climb up his back. He looks down really quickly and doesn't really know what's going on there.
Right.
Yeah. So he goes and just gives a little pop and tries to do a little 1-2. He's going to actually spend a key point and do Fury of Blows. That one will hit. Second one. No. Okay, so the first one does hit. That will deal 7 points of. No, 3 points of. Monks are not magical, correct?
No.
The festival. Not yet. All
Not
right.
yet.
So,
I think that's.
Well, I
level
mean, I don't
6.
know I don't know what the fuck he is. So
um,
he might be. Is he a monk of the element or monk of elemental? What is it?
no.
I think
he's just
level-
level
Like a
6 is
rock.
when you guys get your magic
Yeah.
fists.
All right. So he punches the water. Water splashes everywhere. It is now Jingle's turn.
All right.
You're watching this whole thing
Yeah.
unfurl ahead of you, and you see water splashing everywhere. It seems to be just like a torrent of just splashing. You can't really, make heads or tails of what's going on ahead of you.
Yeah, all I know is this dragon just breathed an eldritch blast, so I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. I'm gonna run to the other side of the room,
How
and
far?
as far as I can go,
5?
over by you guys,
5?
I have 30 feet of
That's all you
movement, so
get.
6, I think. All right. Now, as I was running, can I look to the other side of the room to see what's going on?
You may go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay, alright. Because I
Right,
know
one,
Trixie
two,
disappeared, and I would like to see if I know where she went.
Okay.
Because I saw her going that way, so that's a 12.
You made your way towards the water elemental.
I'm
kind of.
going on the other side. Yeah, I was
you can
gonna
be
say-
here. Or
I want to
here.
be
You're behind.
further. I want to be further.
Here?
There we go, yeah.
So you kind of have the pillar right in between you and the water elemental.
So as I was running, did I by any chance catch sight of what's going on over here? It was a 12.
12. You see ahead of you, Hylene is currently engaged with it, as well as Ondo. Ada's to your left, as well as Donash, and you see just barely right through an arrow, kind of just fly from Amalthea's bow.
Okay, but no Trixie, huh?
I'm super stealthed.
Trixie!
You don't find Trixie.
Don't see her. Okay. Okay, I would like to. Oh boy. This is, I think, just kind of maybe a futile attempt at this point.
Okay.
But just to see, I would like to firebolt the water elemental.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, just to see. All right.
Water and fire.
Water and fire. I feel like water's gonna win.
It boils.
You made tea.
All right.
You boil the pirate captain.
Oh, that poor guy's
It's
really.
okay. He's been electrocuted 15 times and nearly
Yeah.
smited and cut by you. So
Nice.
So yeah, so that's gonna be a 9 plus a 6 is a 15.
13.
15.
15 damage total.
No, 15 to hit.
Oh, 15 hit.
I wish it was 15 damage.
15 does hit.
Okay, excellent. All right. So we got
Yes.
we got the D10 coming, and we've also got no, it's not a level 1 spell. Okay. So that's gonna be an 8 total.
8 damage total. So you think that it does do its full damage, but nothing extra.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess I could have seen that coming. All right, and I think that's gonna be it.
You're up next, by the way, Trixie. I'm sorry, no, I'm Helen.
Alright, I'm going to use my inspiration and I'm going to attack it again with my sword. There you go.
just a 2.
Yeah, so with my attack bonus, that is 13, so it's 15.
15 to hit. You both hit.
Exactly. Good use of the inspiration.
Yes. So that is 4, 8 plus 4 is 12.
So you used your bardic. Let me go ahead and press that.
Yeah.
Great. How much damage? 12 straight damage. Okay. Okay. Once again, you cleave right through the middle of this thing, now avoiding somewhat of the shape of the pirate. And
Why do we care?
Because
Again, that's a-
I'm not a murderer. Thank you. I mean, except this elemental thing.
This
like,
is
yes.
kind of out of our
Trixie is
control.
going to sneak in through the nose hole so that she's right around where the teeth, the mouth.
okay,
of the
you got it.
dragon.
You're there.
And then she's going to Eldritch Blast.
Once again, from the nostril.
Best.
Roll a perception check now with advantage. 'cause
Yes, okay, good.
You're kind of looking around.
All
Like,
right,
17.
all right.
17 to hit.
Yeah,
Will hit.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's a 17. That's a 17.
17.
17.
You
17 now.
you know the spell at this point. It came from the general area of the skull. You don't see Trixie. You
I'm
don't
one
see-
with the dragon.
The dragon's one with me.
I have a 15
Dragon.
intelligence. I can do this
God.
one.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, I have 15
8
intelligence.
damage.
I see.
8 damage. Yeah. All right. Cool.
I know your tricks, Trixie.
It's like I know where my...
So it looks really badly damaged, but it's just it's almost kind of like a poorly managed fountain you're trying to drink from. You know.
My parents have one of those. Hi again, Dad.
And I hit for 13.
Hit
So-
for 13. All right. You kind of like duck down, and as you're doing so, one of the teeth kind of falls next to you. It just kind of crumbles. All right. It is now the water elemental's turn. Still focused on you. Gonna slam it again. You watch both of his fists kind of like go into one shape, almost like a mace, if you will, and it misses pretty horribly, landing right next to you. Basically, you see it coming out. You're watching this mass of water form and then crash down. And you just you dodge. I mean, it's coming at you, but you duck out of the way, and the water lands on the ground, splashes at your feet as well too. Yeah.
Okay.
Reform. It is going
almost a Wilhelm
to
scream.
make another slam attack on Ando now. Wow, misses again. The form is.
He's messed up.
you guys are doing some work.
You see a bunch of like water, little spouts, kind of make its form,
Water
and then
tendrils,
and then splash down. It is now Ada's turn. Ada's going to look around the battlefield and look at Ando and give him advantage. And then.
I'm about to lose your
It
shit.
is. It is.
And
So I imagine now Malthy goes, fucking fine! She's like,
and loses the gum
yeah.
that she's chewing. All right. She's also going to cast
Damn it!
another Eldritch Blast from her area, just and the air around the her strings.
Can we just have a soundbite of that?
Yeah.
And rolled poorly. She rolled a crit, but rolled 2 4s or 2 2. So 4 damage as it impacts these.
She's on her team. We're all same enemy here.
Donash. Here we
Great.
go.
So I just take a step to the side of Ando, and I now very like casually just throw my grappling hook at it.
Okay, go and make an attack. No, just roll a straight roll with your dexterity modifier.
Okay.
So no proficiency. That's cocked.
Thank you. What did you hear? You got full guidance. 11.
Oh, 11 total?
Well, I mean, I don't have anything to add to it, so 11.
Oh, no, your dexterity.
dex.
Oh, then 13.
It misses just barely. You
It's a 14.
lunge at it with the grappling hook and just it floats for a while, and then you kind of like about to do your thing, and then it just clatters to the ground.
Well, then I'm gonna go ahead and move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here.
I don't know.
Yeah, be like, what's happening over here? Have you read the book?
There's nothing in that.
Great. I can't hit this fucking thing, and I almost died.
I tell Ada to give me fucking inspiration because I can roll 3 dice worth of damage.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not in charge of
She's
her.
your friend.
Amalfi, it's your turn.
Let's have a quick aside.
Yeah.
This doesn't hurt. I'm so mad.
Hey, Ada!
It's gonna be
Have a
Ada's
club.
fault.
What?
We're gonna have a club.
Apparently.
15.
Oh,
Oh my god.
She's like,
So, OB.
You're Alright,
My
Jesus.
I get to roll 3 dice at the same time. It's amazing. It's so exciting. Okay.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yes. Alright, so it's 9 lightning.
9 lightning.
9 lightning. Sorry.
It's the 1 plus 4 is a 5 for regular.
5
And
for
then
regular.
2 for the
Hunter's Mark, too. Alright, so total.
That's nice.
It was a decent
down,
decent blow for sure.
I'm the same.
In my bonus action, I wound up the grappling.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do that. Just, you kind of like just. And then
I mean, I was like, as I was running, I was like, oh, Jesus.
much like a really poor fisherman, you're kind of running with the
Yeah.
reel in, and
Yeah.
it's kind of clattering across the ground.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna catch on like a cobblestone.
Oh, let me see if it. No, you're fine.
God damn, we're having a conversation.
All right, okay. It is now Ando's turn.
Relief.
I know,
So
right?
Ando's going to get a little flustered. He's going to spend another key point to do Fury of Blows. He misses this first one. He uses Inspiration. Not that you would know that, but the second one does hit.
He's like, thank you, Ada!
Yeah.
This is all because of Ada, yeah.
All right. He deals.
No balance in this shit.
Of all people, you should not have.
You're right, it's like, I really should have this one.
Yeah.
This is too much. Oh,
It's a good thing you didn't roll that way.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I was gonna say. At some point,
I don't know,
Yarrow's
it
just
might
gonna
be funny for the stream. You took 20
rolls.
damage and 3 real damage. You're bleeding.
Okay. He does hit on the second time though, and it. Okay. Let's see where else. We are currently with Jingles.
All right. So now that I saw that the firebolt, this thing's looking pretty bad, right?
Very bad. It's starting to kind of waver in its much like before, but now it dips down and then.
Is it like the balloon people?
A little, yeah, just like the
Where it
car
flashes up
dealership.
and then it's down and then it's up and then it's down.
The Isle of Salamak, otherwise known as the
Yeah.
Isle of Wacky and Flaming Armed Tube Men.
It's the dubstep conductor.
Yeah.
We already did that. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
know.
last guy.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah. So all of them, yeah.
So I think Jingle's seeing this thing looking really spastic and really erratic, and knowing that some people in the party have a bet about kills, he is going to pull out his.
His what?
Are you gonna have it
Pull out my rapier,
Sing.
yep, and I'm going to. I'm actually not going to play. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Just kidding.
Yeah, you kind of like half ignite and then no, you might as well.
You tell me you're like, excuse me while I whip this
The rest
out.
of you hear a pure tone echo throughout the chamber.
And I am now holding my
The
little.
brown note. That'd be
And I'm going to hold it out, and I'm going to kind of like keep it in front of me, and I'm going to march toward this thing just at a steady pace. Yep. And I'm going to...
No fear.
Yeah,
All
if
right.
I can... I know I can't do it, but if there's a breeze blowing, that would be awesome.
Can you
slow
press
motion.
a breeze?
I can't do them at the
I
same
already
time.
Oh.
Let's see.
Draft today.
There was no draft, and no.
All right, well,
You generally walking towards it will kind of lift
as
your
long as I
robe
billow
somewhat.
a little bit,
A
I
little
just want to
bit.
billow.
I mean, yeah, it's about a foot away
Yeah.
from you. It's not a full
details,
on,
guys, the
like-
details.
That's right.
Of course.
And I would like to walk through this thing as the spark of lightning surges up
Mhm.
it from the enchantment, and I would like to come up to it, and having not actually really ever used a rapier before, I'd like to just...
This is like bad. He's like, walk up.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Alright. And that is going to be an 18.
18 will hit.
Excellent. Alright. So that's going to be a D8. A D8. I know I have one. I think this is a D8. That looks like a D8. Alright, so that's going to be a 3. Plus 2
Shapes,
is
man.
going to be a 5.
Difficult.
Plus a D10 for the lightning damage. Alright, so that is a 5 piercing damage plus a... Is that a 6 for the lightning? That's a 6 or a 9. Oh no, that's a 9.
That's nice.
Yeah, you
It's an upside down 6.
9. It's an upside down 6.
So
yeah.
it is the previous damage. There is that magic damage. The rapier,
The rapier's not magical, I don't
as
think.
you have it seen. Does it or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
Unfortunately.
you did 5
But
there.
if I'm wrong, Cody.
We'll let you know. Yeah. That was 5 total,
So 5 total,
and then
and
9
then
for-
9 for the lightning.
This is your moment.
Yes!
Dub.
It's literally, I just wanted to walk
Yeah,
up to it and just,
you watch this guy
just whap it on the nose.
as all this chaos is happening. Just the water elementals wavering and just you notice to your immediate left, Ando stops for a moment, sees you, just kind of almost like a balloon, like a water balloon being popped, just sprays everyone in the vicinity, soaking everyone. Ando wipes his eyes. All right, mate. That's how you do it.
That was so
I'm just-
satisfying.
Slack jawed.
The water inside the well begins to just kind of calm down eventually.
I knew I was a gifted swordsman.
I'm gonna be dead.
Sing!
He was in the water being electrocuted multiple. Is the
You don't see the captain.
Great.
he
Fantastic.
exploded.
I count that as my kill. I pushed him in after all.
All right. guys are now in a quiet room now, dripping water everywhere. Water being splashed around as you kind of walk in. Quiet as a tomb. The occasional echoes and the drips. Heavy breathing from Mondo. He walks over and looks down. What? What? Oh.
Does Trixie see anything this way through the opening in the back of the
Make
skull?
an investigation check.
Investigation
I
is
wish you could throw your
16.
voice.
16. Deep down into the chasm that has been created by this this figure here, you see a few large bones on the ground from his vertebrae. There's actually a closed off area that has been formed by the lava, basically pooling in and then solidifying over the many eons ago. It looks like it's been there for a very long time.
Oh, cool.
No gold in there.
She's going to stay hidden.
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Trixie, I know you're in there. I know what you did. I saw where that Eldritch Blast came from.
She'll walk out looking a little.
All right. You make your way out, and as you kind of touch the dragon's skull, you notice that a little bit of it will kind of like give way on your hand, and you go ahead and make an athletics check.
Athletics?
Athletics. Because you're trying to climb out.
14.
14. All right. You make it to the top there.
Did you say Trixie?
Trixie, what?
Did you yell the name Trixie?
Thank you, Cody. Cody verified. We're
Yeah.
right.
Did you yell the name Trixie or Patricia?
Damn it! I yelled Trixie.
Yeah.
All right. So as you kind of stand up, your foot kind of gives way a little bit. You're able to catch yourself, but a portion of its the foramen of the nostril has kind of given way and fallen down beneath you. You're stable.
Okay, I'm still inside.
You're on top. You're on top of the nostril. So you're currently.
Standing on him?
Yeah.
Awesome. She's gonna just take a seat. It looks like the back of the cavern this direction is closed in long ago.
With your permission, I'd like to go back out and explore that other corridor.
I think as long as we all stay within voice relatively close to each other, I'm 100% fine with that. There is a little bit more that I want to see if we can find in here. I do. This is just this room, and the fact that there's a magical construct inside here. There must be more to this. So
I feel like I know you said we can't really see anything in this book, but is there anything I can decipher? Like,
Go ahead and make an investigation check now, because you are now actively looking at the book.
Oh.
Fair enough. That's fair.
Oh! Natural 20.
ooh, apparently that works.
You look at the page that is open in front of you. You notice the same symbol, the trident, with a little tiny sun underneath it, and it seems to have a picture of a bowl next to it, and that is a picture of a bowl.
Oh, a bowl.
Bowl next to it. It seems to have certain writing in it, and it shows a little arrow pointing over it and then down into it. The writing is beyond what you can comprehend.
Guys, so there's the trident thingy, and then it's next to like a bowl, and it's pointing inwards. I'm wondering if we're supposed to go down the well.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Perhaps the well manifests the inner desires of the person that is put into it.
So you want
Ada
to...
starts
That guy really
laughing in the
liked
back.
water elemental.
Ada starts laughing at the even.
So you really wanted an elemental to come out and kill the pirate captain, is what you're saying.
No, I didn't know that before, and now I assume that after the fact. Right. Oh, right. I should probably take that away.
I'm just going to give you the whole thing.
Well,
Bye, little guy. You were
Little guy.
So is the water?
It's black.
The
and
water has if you look down into the well, it is dark
Yeah.
beyond what you can see. Right, even with the lights that are kind of floating around as they kind of move closer. The water is still kind of shaking a little bit from just general motion of the water elemental dying down, but it's still just kind of rippling back and forth. And,
Can I send dancing lights into the water?
You can. You have a range on that, correct?
There's a pretty unhappy little body in there.
I have
It's
a
fine.
question. Was he still on the rope or no? Did you untie it?
Technically, he was on the rope.
Yeah.
So
I imagine it's in the well though at this point. Like it would still be out.
you lost my rope.
I give you mine.
You look at the well. There is no rope anymore.
He
Any
was
longer.
lassoed.
So I pull out of my sack the extra rope that I have there.
Yeah.
It's alright.
You still have your rope
I grab
attached
it.
to your grappling hook,
Yeah.
correct? So,
Can I?
So I send. Sorry, no, I was
No,
going
go,
to
go,
send
go.
the dancing
so
lights.
you send them in there, and they make a little tiny sound as they enter, and you watch them go all the way down to the limits of the range of your spell. Dark.
No water? Or
Water.
Is it inside the water?
Well, the water level now has gone down considerably
Right.
as the water elemental has now displaced
Right.
a lot of it.
So we didn't get to the water then, or is it in the water?
Oh, it's back. No, it's beyond. You
Okay.
watch if this is the side of the well, you watch your dancing lights enter the water and continue down to the limits of your
It's
spells.
60, yeah.
60 feet, is that what it is? Okay. And then just it got darker before it even got to the limit of your range, then disappeared. It's just darkness.
How many feet down is the water from?
So far, I would say probably about like 5 feet or so.
Ah.
So you can't really even grab onto it. You'd have to lean over the edge, and then maybe your feet can dangle down, but you can't reach down to it. Ondo might be able to.
I would like to walk over a little closer to the edge of the well. And can I conjure my mage hand?
And you may.
Can I send my mage hand on over to that bowl that Malthea seems to be checking out?
No, it's
What
in the
is it?
picture.
So-
Oh, it's in the
Picture.
picture. Oh, damn
Make
it.
it. Make
Okay.
an investigation check.
Okay. All right. All right.
'Cause I'm thinking that the well is
Yeah.
the bowl.
That's going to be an 18 total.
Okay. You actually see underneath the table there is a small copper bowl, a bronze bowl.
There we
Underneath
go.
it, amidst a bunch of other rubble broken from the area. You notice that this area right here. I don't know if we have the map, Cam.
Almost.
There you
So,
go. You can see
right,
it.
here's the laser. Right here, there is the this area here has crumbled down, and mixed in with all that rubble, there is a bronze bowl underneath it, about a foot and a half in diameter or so.
Okay.
Very deep dish.
Deep dish. All right. All right. Mage hand, do your thing.
Crust.
I'd like to have it go over and grab the bowl if it can.
Yeah, it has to kind of like grab it onto the side and then kind of lift it up. It's able to do so. It's not too heavy. It's very thin walled. You guys hear a hollow noise emanate from underneath the table as you now see a bowl kind of like move out from underneath it.
Whoa. I say.
Does this look like the one in your picture?
It does. That must be it.
Right. Let's hope so. And I would like to see if my little mage hand can go down the 5 feet and dip it into the surface of the water.
A moment passes. Are you still leaving it down
I
there?
was gonna say, yeah.
You're just cupping the
gonna,
water?
I'm cupping it and I'm gonna raise it once it's like filled up to the
Okay,
brim.
it's filled up.
Okay.
Is that heavy? Too heavy for your mage hand?
That's
It might be the limits of your mage hand.
okay. Yeah, the mage hand might not be able to.
You're
do
still
it.
holding onto the edge though, but it seems to you like in the water it is just barely enough buoyancy to hold it
Yeah.
afloat. But as you try to lift, you feel it in your mind almost slipping against the other side of the walls of the bowl there. So
Yeah, you know what? Just let it stay kind of submerged in the water. Then let the water fill it.
okay,
And
it's submerged, and you notice the water still kind of moving around from the displacement of the bowl itself.
What are you doing, Jingles?
Guess what do you know?
well, it seems that the water, the bowl, is the key. Something about the bowl. I think we have to put the water in the bowl, but my hand needs a bit of a workout. It seems. Does anybody? And I'll look over to Ondo. Anybody think they might be able to give him a little bit of a hand?
He looks at his giant hands and goes, "I'll take a look at it." He peers over. Boy, that's dark. He closes his eyes and tries to reach over. He almost misses it first, and then he goes, "All right, I got it. What do you want?"
All right, pull it out slowly. Don't spill any.
he still has his eyes closed, and he's spilling a little bit. There's still a substantial amount, but it's kind of leaning over and splashing around. Okay, peers into your direction.
Yeah, just hold a second. If nothing happens, may have another possible idea.
Are you using Ando's bait?
It's not bait.
Oi,
It's
Tom.
not bait. No. It's
What
not
are you
bait.
doing?
It's not bait. This is. And can I go over and look at the picture with Amalthea?
You hear water being poured out.
It's not bait.
He taps it against the well, puts it down on the ground. Oh, no. I don't want any part of this.
But you do want a part of the treasure, don't you, Ando?
Just tell us what you're doing. Why are you trying to trick people?
It's
What-
not
what-
tricking. It's not tricking.
Why did you?
I told him exactly what I wanted him to do.
Head.
You just like weirdly were like, hold
The
it.
two prisoners are
and
kind
let
of
me know what
hanging around
happens.
you
Like,
at this
just
point.
tell us
They're
what you're
just
doing.
I'm
very
waiting
quiet.
for something to happen. I don't know what it is, because this is a strange place filled with lots of magic.
Ada looks at the bowl. She picks it up now because Ando has dropped it, and there's no markings on it. Have a little bit of a echo to it. She puts it back on the ground and wanders over to the table. Randall's still bound over by Jaime.
Alright, somebody hold my legs. I'm gonna go pick up the bowl.
I can't. I can't.
Ando goes, "You got it." And with one quick motion, you're almost thrown off by how strong he is. He grabs your legs, underhand style, and lifts you. And you
It's like a-
no. So you almost feel like that's gonna happen. Then you, and you're now dangling a good 5 feet above the air, and he's got your legs up.
Alright, so I'm going to go scoop water into this bowl.
Okay. You grab the bowl, and he's kind of like, I shouldn't have volunteered.
Alright, pull me up. And then... You don't have to hold me over the well. You like, just put me on the side and put me down.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Watching.
He puts you down gently. You
Yeah, I put down the bowl and then kind of push up myself.
Yeah, he
down.
lets you go now.
I do a cobra, or sorry. I do a plank into a vinyasa flow.
Just imagine it's like, you got it.
In my armor.
Limp. Yeah.
Hello. All right. The water is filled to the brim now of this bowl here. Nothing happens.
Alright, Jingles, the bowl is filled.
Does the well appear to have gone down at all from the displacement
Not
of
a
water?
whole lot.
But I mean, it's not like refilling itself.
No.
So, there is a possibility, and yeah, let's consult that drawing. What exactly does that drawing show?
So the drawing shows a bowl, and it's got an arrow pointing down, leading off of a few words that are symbols that you really can't tell what they mean.
I'm not draconic.
Go ahead and make a
So I
And
speak draconic.
make an intelligence check, and you go ahead and make one as well.
Because
Make an
something...
arcana. You make an
Arcana,
check.
okay. Because something has to go in the bowl, and we just have to figure out what liquid it
Five.
is.
It's closely related to Draconic at this point, but it's so ancient that it seems to be
pull
like a
from my
different
D20?
dialect of Draconic. Rolls it in her tray, of course.
Every time.
It's not a good one.
Oh,
I think that's a total of 6.
6.
6.
Both of you.
Total of 8, if that makes a
8.
difference.
It does make a difference, but you think that you can't understand the script ahead in front of you, but you think that because of the nature of how it's longly worded, that it's probably talking about something specific that has to go into
I
the bowl.
give it a try as far as reading it.
Wait, do you relay this?
I speak Celestial.
Yeah, oh,
but-
absolutely.
Celestial, you can go ahead. It's not a celestial language. Just by your first glance there, it doesn't seem to be anything that you could recognize. Yeah.
After hearing what he's found in the book and thinking about the hallway we walked past, I pull out a gold coin and I just flick it into the well. Take out another gold coin.
Wait. Okay.
I'm just gonna just throw money at this.
Wager. You think you can make it from this far?
I I just throw
You're
it.
about okay. Go ahead and roll.
With a smile, I just throw it.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Where is
No
it?
modifier. Oh no, Dex modifier. Go ahead.
That's a 8. No,
8.
9.
9.
7.
Everyone.
It's a 7. Yeah.
Everyone hears a cling, 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 and it went. It was in the general area of the bowl, but it has landed far behind you now. One of the prisoners is kind of like walking over slowly to the gold coin.
Well, let's put another one in it.
Yeah.
Into into the actual thing. Okay, a gold coin.
Yeah.
King, 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 king. Everyone make a perception check.
12.
Ooh, 21.
19.
Okay. From what I've gathered, none of you are really close to the well, but you now start to hear the echo in the room gets deeper and deeper and deeper, as if more surface area has been added, more volume has been added to this chamber. For those of you now kind of walking over to the well itself, has watched the water recede slowly.
So,
Barely
like
any
scrolled.
sound.
But the water level continues to recede?
The water level continues to recede. You're watching. Do you have your lights up still?
Yeah, there's some well.
You now watch the lights appear again, once again after it's gone down some, and the water continues going down, and the limit of the reach of even Ada's vision, she can't see the end of it. She reaches over and goes, "Oh, that's deep."
Should I keep feeding the bull money then?
She just goes.
Seems to be.
She
Yeah.
makes a clicking sound in the well.
Or
That's a deep hole.
What? My dancing lights are down there. I would say probably about 60 feet, if I had to guess. We have about, 6 spools of rope with
I'd
us
like
altogether.
to start unfastening my.
Somebody have
Brass
feathers?
balls.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They don't strike the wall, so you don't really hear a sound, except for the initial drop. You watch, lit up. They go out of sight, even after.
Damn it!
we don't
So I
hear
threw
him
a
ever.
coin.
After a very, very long while, you hear.
Big echo.
So there's a bottom.
Is this like a water echo or like?
No,
is
it was.
the-
It's a
Cavern
open.
echo.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it
my,
hits solid
those
ground.
brass balls are gonna be in bad shape. All
They
right.
are brass, so
Yeah.
yeah, they're very ductile and malleable.
All right.
It's gonna be flat.
Can't get that past the blacksmith.
Yeah, right. Blacksmith info. Well, it appears that something has opened up down at the bottom of the well. We've got a few options here. Actually, we really just have one.
I step to the edge and I go, okay. Is that,
Okay, wait, what are you thinking?
God, Ash, what are you? Yeah.
we've done this before.
Have we?
Do you want to do it again?
Oh, all right.
I'm confused.
We're going
She
to.
immediately brings up her lute. She's like,
Yeah, you're probably gonna want that. I have been wanting to try out this nifty little thing for a while now. I can use it to keep people from splatting when they hit the ground. I feel like whatever is down there, there's a good chance that it's treasure. I can only do it for so many people, though.
How do we get
I
from
also-
That's
That's
what I was gonna say.
also
That's what I was
also
gonna
the
say.
question: is if we
I
don't
also can do that to a good many people. How? Yeah.
you.
It's very
What was
quiet.
it-
Now
what was
it's
it?
like,
Call it C-word?
Make a.
I was like,
I just,
She says, "Bless you."
oh, thank you.
Okay,
So-
here's the thing. I would like to invite us to consider that even if we jump and don't go splat and there's treasure or whatever, we have to get back out.
How much rope do we have?
And what if the water
Well-
comes back?
Well, I mean,
Well, if the water comes
Then we
back,
can
then
swim.
we get up.
if the water receded, it had to go somewhere.
get up.
We can follow where it
That's
left.
You should stay up here, honey.
That's so sad.
Yeah, that's true. Not everybody has to go down.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I imagine that the water left somewhere.
Why don't we take the gold coin out of the bowl and see if the water goes back up?
Let's do it. Just do it!
I'm still sitting on the nose of the dragon, like all proper. and just
Holy
watching
shit!
it.
I'll take the gold
All right,
coin
you're
out of the bowl.
Okay, you take it out of the bowl.
Yes.
Does anything happen?
You don't hear anything.
Let's wait a minute.
Just kick the dirt.
Who currently has a source of light in the...
Me.
Okay, so you have about 60 feet.
And he does too, I guess, at the very
No,
bottom.
well, at the very bottom. You can't see
Oh, okay.
that source.
60 feet, yeah.
Those of you who are peering aside from you, because you have only
Mm-hmm.
30 feet vision, you watch the water slowly.
Oh, fantastic.
Very
I cannonball it.
Oh god, it's. Oh.
All right, you're currently in the water.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay. So
put the coin back in the bowl.
okay.
The water is surprisingly warm. It's kind of like a jacuzzi, yeah. No
that's
bubbles,
quite nice.
but you know.
Does it feel like? Is it just water? It feels like water.
It feels like salt water.
Yeah, you
It'd be
you
like a
gotta
hot
be careful,
spring.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll put the coin back in the bowl.
It's actually quite nice.
You watch Donna slowly recede into
Like
the
the
well.
toilet bowl.
I'd bring the dancing light.
Okay, yeah. So you watch Don Ash's head slowly recede beyond the lip of the well, and that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Oh shit.
Don Ash down the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Fair enough. I caused this situation. I might as well, see it through.
Excellent.
Yes, but
Oh, man.
All right,
right.
everyone. Thank you again for watching. Whew. Let's see. Next week we'll have a regular D6 giveaway, so no longer the Damascus one. It's the one of a kind.
Wouldn't be one of a kind.
Sorry.
That was
Congratulations.
congratulations,
Yes.
how do you pronounce it? Naya.
I'll let you guys try.
Nayalana.
I know.
Nayalana.
As she-
Three.
Nylana
Just like
is how you
Nylana.
pronounce
Okay.
it.
How's it?
Nylana.
Nylana.
Congratulations.
Nylana.
Nylana.
Nice.
We'll work something out. So go ahead and we'll message you details and whatnot. Again, thank you guys for watching. Remember that if you have a Twitch Prime account, Amazon Prime account, you have the option to have a Twitch Prime account. And if you choose to, you may go ahead and subscribe to one channel of your choice. You can make it this one. You can make it any other one. Up to you. But we worked very hard every week to pull this little thing out of my ass. Essentially.
We all work
worked to
hard.
pull
We
it
all-
out of his ass.
Communally out of Gil's ass. It's a very smelly job.
All right, guys.
Somebody
thank you guys
make
for
it.
watching.
Somebody make
Thank
fanfic about
you.
this.
Thank you.
Bye.
Check out YouTube for archive videos.
See you next Sunday. All right. That was fun.
So you guys have flushed
Yeah.